Things okay. You got to be talking, man, because I'm working right now. You got to entertain our fans.
Is live. Oh fuck.
Really? That's cool.
Give us some hearts.
Yeah.
So many hearts. It's gonna be insane.
That's awesome.
Hopefully we can get to 100,000 hearts by the end of this episode.
You know, you were at 50,000, right? You were at 50 or 40,000.
And it was running at 3. It was like 3 clicks per millisecond. No, it was like a click every 3 milliseconds.
Yeah.
Now it's a click every millisecond.
Right. That's
now
honestly
it's like 3 times faster.
That's pretty cool, honestly. I'm a big fan of that. And I want to say I hear you good. We're recording now. Do you want your headphones? Do you have your earpieces?
I do. I'm pulling out.
Yeah. Because this thing's not going to charge in this time, you know.
Yeah.
Or I got a good thing though to like start off the stream with, and oh man, we already got people who are. Oh no. It's on subscriber only mode. Wow.
If you subscribe to us, we can react to your chat.
Yeah, it's super true. This is so fascinating. This little auto clicker is intense, dude. I was trying to like
you can't
do
click
it.
Shit.
I can't click shit while you're doing that, and that was a mistake on my part. But oh yeah, here.
You gotta click underneath a millisecond in between intervals. Does that time even exist?
That doesn't. No, it does not exist.
A fucking picosecond or some shit.
Picosecond. I can't even comprehend that. That hat looks pretty fresh still, by the way.
Thank you. It's like 4 years old.
Is it? You never wear it outside though.
I can't. I could. Let's be real. I could.
Especially in your area. I actually showed.
I've seen people wear it right outside my house.
I did a drive-by by your place last night because I showed my girlfriend your place because we were going to get some ice cream. You know.
Snyder's.
No, UDF.
UDF,
we were going to UDF, and I was like, I might as well swing by your place just to show her. And yeah, dude, you pay $750, $850. You pay $850.
$850.
Still such a good deal, dude. Such a good deal. Yeah, but how do you like it though? Is it a good deal?
It. Dude, I've been having some problems as of lately.
What's your problem?
We have a friend. His name is Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. How do you try to catch Mickey Mouse?
Dude, I have like 8 traps right now. We have like 4 in the basement.
Okay.
And it's just like these traps the mouse crawls into and he eats the bait.
Yeah.
Got 4 of those in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Got 2 of them upstairs. I think we have 5 sticky traps upstairs and 4 of the snap traps upstairs as well. We have like marshmallows, pistachios, and peanut butter on all of these traps.
Wow.
We haven't
pistachios. That's pretty good. But do you think you're finding their highways, like where they run?
Yeah, I'm stuffing them with steel wool.
Gotcha.
But honestly, like our house isn't sealed properly, so we need to talk to our landlord and have our door hinges fixed so the door closes all the way and all that stuff like that.
Yeah, sure.
To help sneak in.
Yeah, because you should really get it done before summer ends, because once it gets a little cold and they realize your house is a little warm,
right,
it is over, dude. I remember that being a big issue. Also, just like make sure you change the cameras.
I totally forgot.
You're fine, dude. You're fine. But yeah, like I remember I had an apartment where the mice were coming up through there was a hole in the floor that was drilled for all the electrical stuff for my fridge. And so they would crawl up the line, and they would, come in through that hole, and then so I was like putting traps all around my fridge to be able to catch them. And I remember like I had the sticky ones. Those were fucking phenomenal because they would always come out at night.
I see.
They always would come out at night, and so like in the middle of the night, I would like hear them like whining, like screaming. Right. Because they like got caught in the sticky. Like, how many have you killed? How many mice? You've killed no mice.
None. It's insane. Like, are they like intelligent? Am I dealing with like Pinky and Brian or whatever the fuck it is right now? Like, how the fuck?
He might be, because every mouse that I've ever encountered is stupid as hell. They just run right into the traps. It's not difficult, but like interesting.
I feel like they're not there for the food. I feel like they're coming in for the shelter. And like I can literally see outside from like underneath my door. So I really feel like they're just fucking running in for a second and running out just because they can. Just to like fuck with us.
Yeah, sure.
It's annoying as shit.
That's interesting. So like, how did you realize that there are mice in your house?
I saw it.
You saw them?
During the daylight, just like walking around.
Wow.
It's fucking nuts. And I was
Wow.
like, what the fuck?
Wow.
And I was trying to kill it, but just like, it's just way too fast.
Yeah, sure.
And then just went outside. I was like, bastard.
Yeah, you know what that sounds like? Some scouts. It sounds like you're dealing with some scouts, you know?
They're intelligent.
Yeah.
Intelligent life forms right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I just don't, I don't have any, honestly, if I see a mouse, what's worse for you? Is a bug worse or is a mouse worse?
I think a bug for me is worse.
Sure.
I haven't seen, there were bugs when I first moved in, like house spiders and shit like that.
Okay.
I really eradicated, I worked hard to eradicate all the fucking bugs in my house. So there's like no bugs. I haven't seen a bug in months.
Okay.
But now I've seen this mouse.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it twice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I gotta go OD.
Mm-hmm.
I have so much like bait though and trap set up, but it's just insane that I haven't caught any. Absolutely bonkers.
You haven't caught a single one?
I haven't caught a single one.
And you've seen it in
I've seen it twice.
daylight.
In the daylight.
Man.
They're really small, really scrawny.
Mm-hmm.
And I also...
Do they look thick? Do they look well fed? No, they're skinny.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I also took some like... I bought some bait that can like go outside.
Mm-hmm.
I put it like... Since we're like in a fenced area, no one's dog's gonna come in or anything.
Sure.
I just like sprinkled like these little acid pellets just around our perimeter of our house.
Yeah, sure.
So if they do get like a little hungry, some shit like that, and then they'll pass away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. It's really interesting how like different poisons work on like different creatures.
Yeah.
Like insects and mice. Apparently mice are like hemophiliacs. So
what does that mean? That's a big word.
like when they bleed, I might have butchered it, but it's just when they bleed, they don't have any
clotting?
platelets. Yeah, they don't clot.
Okay.
So they just bleed out.
Sure.
So like rat poison, like the little pellets and stuff that they eat in the bait, it just has like a little bit of acid in it, and it like corrodes their stomach, and then it won't heal.
Okay.
And they just bleed out.
Yeah, sure.
Internally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, I've always been weirded out by rat killer or like the rat pellets. The poison. I've always been weirded out by it because it's like if an animal gets to that, like you're having there's stray cats around your area.
Right.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And so like maybe I would think that they're smart enough not to go for that stuff, but like I don't know. I've just seen a few cats get fucked up by that stuff.
Really?
And it's kind of strange. Yeah. It's like they get really thin. They don't want to eat because it like fucks up their stomach and like
I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm seeing a cat like slowly die right now because of that, like a barn cat.
I see.
And so it's like, I can't do much about it. Like
it sucks.
It's just like you can't spend $2,000 on surgery for an outside cat. It's like, come on. What are we doing?
Maybe there's like a anti-acid or some shit it could take.
Maybe, yeah. There might be some like biotics it could take or some like something,
Who knows? Do they not? I don't know. I'm pretty sure they like heal and shit. Yeah, they have to.
I would assume they heal. It shouldn't be that much of a like. The reason why
water might help too. Like,
Okay. Have you ever heard about? Man, my grandfather would always tell me this. Like, if you want to get rid of birds, and you have like birds, let's say, this is a bad way to talk about birds, but birds, if they're really just like fucking up your stuff, and you have like little birds, if you like sprinkle some rice out there, and they'll eat the rice pellet, all right, but then once they sip some water, the rice will fill up.
Oh no!
And it would suffocate the. Yeah,
that's insane.
That's a really tough one, and so I don't condone that, but like I have heard that being like done before, just to get rid of like small birds around your like if you have
your
like
crops or something,
your crops or like if they're in your attic, you know, something like that. I mean, obviously birds are not getting in your attic, but like, I don't know, it's not impossible. You know, if there's like a big old hole and like they want to nest in there, like that's not impossible.
Interesting.
So yeah,
that sucks. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's all I got. Hey, you want to? Here's a good show opener. So you remember?
Let me switch the reaction.
You remember Stallmaster Entertainment?
I do.
Big fan of Stallmaster. He's a nice guy, and you know. Oh shit! I gotta make sure.
What in tarnation?
So, well, don't judge. I think he has a really good mixtape. Honestly, this is why you should make a mixtape. Lord knows you should make a mixtape. I'm working on one. Well, you should ask Stallmaster to do your beats, bro, because he's pretty good at it.
You must think that this is fun. We all do what will be done. If we think that this ain't cap, everybody do the mind rap.
You know what? He's not half bad. I'm not gonna lie.
I know, right? Like
this is like some rap I'd see on like PBS Kids or something.
Right. Shit. It's really sweet, actually.
This is fun. We all do what will be done. If we think that this ain't cap, everybody do the mind rap.
Aren't these cuts pretty good too?
Pretty fire.
These are pretty fire. Like for him just to do this, like just for fun. Beat. I know.
So you must think that this is fun. We all do what will be done. If we think that this ain't cap, everybody do the mind rap.
I know, right?
Crazy.
It's good, sweet. Actually, I'm actually a big fan of this kid.
You must think that this is fun. We all do what will be done. If we think that this ain't cap, everybody do the mind rap.
I think he needs some more bars.
I know.
Because the same hook
that's
over and over again.
That's it. That's
hilarious.
And I, you know, what's so funny is I was about 2 minutes in the first time I watched it. And I was like, man, I'm really hoping he's got another bar. But
that's hilarious, dude. If he had more bars, that shit would be hard as fuck.
If he had three good bars, and that's all he had, and I would be fine with it. I'd be really fine with it. Yeah,
that shit's gnarly.
Yeah, this is why don't you have a little mixtape? Where's that little mixtape? You want to play it right now?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you like dissed a few people too.
Oh shit! Shit!
No, you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe in the future when I drop the second one, we could react to that one because my first one is pretty trash.
That's such a shame you say that because I thought it was super good. You don't think so?
No.
Man, that's sad.
No, next one's gonna be hard as fuck though, for sure.
I bet.
With that being said,
what's up?
Are you trying to like be my producer for the second one?
I guess I could try. Yeah, sure.
I'm trying to bring this mic to my crib.
Yeah.
And then we could record it, mix it.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
You know, like we could do like a little, like your little hook, like your little, well, actually, like your precursors to the hook, like your little like intros, like you know what I'm saying, like.
We're gonna go all there.
Just like got up, you know.
That's crazy.
6 a.m. first job, you know.
That's hilarious.
3 p.m. third job, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you go into your hook, and then you go into your bars, you know what I'm saying? Sure. And then afterwards, you could add a little like a little boom boom, a little like little, you know,
trying
like
to get some features.
Features.
2 people that want to feature.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. There's gonna be like some Spanish bars.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I would love to sit in and like do all and like throw it all together and like I would absolutely love to produce it. You know, like I can't be your beat producer, but if you like pick a beat and you want some like sound effects here and there, like I still have some sound effects like from the beginning times of this podcast. I still have so many goddamn What?
I think that I'm gonna try and find like a drill beat. I feel like that'd be hard.
Sure.
I feel like that's big trending right now?
Man, that's really fascinating. I had a cash counter, but I can't find it.
I remember that back in the day. Remember the Obama video that we made?
Yeah.
Is not on the internet.
Right. I do remember that. That was awkward. That was
something.
You cannot tell that I'm a black man from Africa as a listener. That's pretty crazy. That's racist.
That's racist.
That's racist, yeah. I used to love That's Racist.
Man.
I used to love That's Racist.
Back in the day, man. Back when we didn't even have cameras.
Yeah,
when we didn't even have mics.
No, we didn't even have mics. This was like an old ass mic.
That's racist.
I used to say that shit way too much.
That's racist. Yeah, man. Yeah, I would love to. That actually sounds really fun. Like, do you have a beat picked out already for this song? This sounds really...
No.
No, you don't?
Just working on some bars here.
Are these the guys that you work with at Marble?
For sure.
Marble's got such a cool, like, sign on the building. Like, when you first drive...
Past it?
Yeah.
Those look pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, actually, yeah. Not the throw here, fucking... Do you walk there?
I can, yeah.
Yeah?
It's a 2-minute, 30-second walk.
Yeah, sure.
Man, I fucked up by saying that shit.
I know. That's why I was really hesitant. That's why.
God damn. Now everyone's going to be like on the maps. Google. No, I can't even give you the strategy. Fuck. I fucked up. I just doxed myself, bruh. Yeah, the apartment complex I live in is nice, though.
Super nice, right? You got a nice doorman.
Yeah.
But somehow he keeps letting in the mice.
Bastards.
Oh, man. Yeah. Man, that is so laggy, and I hope it doesn't fuck up later on, but we'll have to figure something out.
It says 0% on it.
Does it really?
Yeah, it does.
That's good. It says 0. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I guess the that GIF that we tried to put on the the real podcast, like the episode, it was too much. The little like squiggly lines around it, and I would have really liked to have been able to use it one day, but like today's definitely not the fucking day.
For sure.
But yeah. Do you have like do you have 16 bars ready right now? Like, have you already written it?
I've written some.
You've written some?
Nothing's good yet.
Yeah.
You know, I need some words.
Sure.
I know, it's like I'll think of like a bar or think of like something that's super whack about someone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, you know what? I could use that. I write it down.
Yeah,
I write like a little rhyme scheme to it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely need some more work for sure. I think it's gonna take me like maybe 4 hours to throw a whole thing together.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want it to be too long as well. I'm kind of thinking about that because if I have 2 features and I have like a couple verses, I feel like it's gonna take me a minute and a couple seconds to throw my bars down, and then
sure.
It might take them a minute each as well.
Do you have
like 3 minutes?
Do you have a chorus yet, or are you just gonna do freestyle?
I'm feeling the freestyle. I guess we could. If we really wanted to, we could make it like a whole ass song.
Yeah, sure.
Damn.
That'd
be crazy.
I know. Like, have you ever heard I Do It? By Lil Wayne, but it's Big Sean and Lil Baby. I'm actually gonna play this song right now because like this is kind of when I think of choruses, a catchy chorus and a catchy hook is everything, man. It's like to be able to have like, and obviously I'm not here trying to be like, hi, this song needs to blow up. It doesn't. But you know, like just as like song creation, like it's so nice to be able to have like a nice hook and a nice chorus.
The chorus part is gonna be the hardest part for sure. Unless I rip it from someone or some shit.
But it's just like it's really just for
both of my homies that I work with can sing though, which is crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. What kind of singing are we talking about?
I don't know. I hear them like we'll play music in the kitchen, and I hear them like they can like stick. Fuck, I don't know anything about singing, but like they're on like the right octave.
Yeah, sure.
They can hit a range of octaves that are like pretty good. It's like, damn, that's not bad.
Yeah, sure.
You sound just like the song. So
right.
You could probably make your own little chorus,
Yeah, of course. That sounds great. Actually, yeah. I don't talk shit, bitch. I do it. Just that kind of stuff.
Then if I was a rapper, I don't know if I could. Well, I am a rapper, but I don't know if I could have like a banging ass chorus. I don't know if I'm that melodic. You know what I mean?
So what I think you're confused on is how to create a chorus.
Right.
But you had that mixtape song or that what the fuck you want to call it? You just had that song, right? You created that little song, and you could have taken 3 bars out of it,
and
take it out
the bars.
Yeah. You could have left it in your verse, and then just took those 3 bars and make it a chorus.
I see.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel
and
that.
you don't even have to retake it. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to do 3 takes.
Yeah, you could just
do the one take and then just cut it out of it.
Yeah.
And so, but like ideally, you really do want to have it separate. You really do want to have like your verse separate from your chorus. Not saying that like, how do I say this? You would want multiple takes.
Right.
Just plain simple, just to be able to pitch it right. And I feel like most people, like, they don't melodically understand how to like put the words together at first. Like, I feel like you have to sing, like, especially at this amateur level, you would probably have to sing it like 30 times to be able to flush it out melodically, to be able to like
be on beat and everything like that.
Right. Yeah. And just for it to sound correct and to have all the same like
cadence and everything like
same
that.
Cadence, like same ending, you know, like I don't talk shit, bitch, I do it. Like, I don't know, just like just that little shit. Yeah. Just to be able to like have it like all flow together.
That makes sense.
But yeah. I know, man.
Life of a rapper's tough, man. Hard to be a rapper out here. It should just be an e-girl or something.
Yeah. You should change the fucking camera angle back when you start talking. Man. Green and red is a fascinating one. You look like a Christmas tree.
Like a strawberry.
Yeah, you do look like a strawberry. It's true. Yeah, do you think, like, let's say you make a song and you go super popular, you get like 10 million views on this like one like mixtape song. Do you think you would like ever go and like, you know what? I'm gonna go on stage with it. I'm gonna go on stage with it.
Fuck, I feel like my homies would want to, but I'm not about that life. I would never want to be a rapper for real. I would never like to have concerts.
What if the door opened to you though? Like you made one song and you got
I would be
10 million views on that one fucking song on SoundCloud.
Fuck, you're right.
You know what I mean?
It's like what is it name? Not D-Banks. It's the one rapper with the four bats.
4 bats, sure.
Yeah, it's like how he had his one-hit wonder. Now he like milked it. He fucking signed to Drake. He fucking he's doing it.
Right.
So if I do that,
like if you stumble upon in that world and you do
I probably should take advantage of it, huh?
Yeah, of course.
Fuck.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it'd be waste of time not to.
Yeah, and you should sit in with all the producers and all the like the people who can teach you about music,
right.
You know, about music theory and how like you should just like, I don't know, you know, like just to build up your skills, sharpen up your sword.
If I did do that, I would have to make money and I would have to be able to like quit all my jobs for sure. Mm-hmm. Just to like focus on that and then school. Yeah. Like that.
Then school.
That would be my job. Yeah, I gotta finish school, man. I need that degree.
You know, you could be like the first like, you remember Will Smith was a rapper?
Right.
And he was like trying to be like, well, I know. But like, I mean, he has a song that has like 200 and something million views on Spotify. So like, that's not, I mean, like, I get it. We can all make fun of him for not being a rapper, but like, I mean, it's funny. He's more popular than Jaden Smith. Isn't that tough? Like, that's 11 million.
As a rapper?
Yeah, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up. Jaden.
So Will Smith was at like 11 million? Or was it billion?
Is it this? It's this kid, right?
There he is.
Yeah. He's got less listeners than his father does.
That's fucked.
Isn't that really fucked?
I feel bad.
I feel bad too.
Maybe if you started rapping about the systematic climate.
No, the economic
state of the world.
Economic climate of the economic state of the world.
I don't
know. Yeah, but I guess my point is like, you know, you could be like the first like, what's the fucking, don't do drugs. What's that?
Clean rapper.
You could be the first clean rapper.
Clean rapper.
Not first. Obviously, you're not the first one, but like you could like, I mean, you always preach sobriety, so I feel like. I mean, like, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to get you to have a beer with me on Labor Day. I literally was telling my scheme to my girlfriend the other night about how I just want you to have one beer in your life. I'm not asking for you to like lay down your like I'm not trying for you to break bad. You know what I mean? Like
Fair.
I'm not for you to do all these crazy. I just want you to try one beer in your life. You know, and I don't feel like that's that crazy of an ask. And I understand how uncomfortable you're already getting about this.
Fucking
like,
tensed up. The shoulders are up to my ears and shit. Oh, shiver me timbers.
And it's like, and I don't want you to have a Bud Light. Maybe you should have like a Corona or like a Blue Moon. Or
Coors Light.
No.
No?
Like a Heineken. Those like one of those beers. Because like if you just have like a cheap American beer, it's unfortunate. You know, like you should have like a nice beer for your first time. That's all I got. Yeah, I know. So here's the two options for your life. You could become a clean rapper, and then also you could have your first beer on Labor Day. How do you think about that?
Well, I guess I'm going to have to be a clean rapper then. Like, I guess I don't have a choice here. Shit, dog.
You're really against it that much?
Pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Really? It's pretty bad. You won't even say no. You just say it's pretty bad.
Damn.
So you're totally against the idea of you having one beer? Are you allergic to alcohol?
Might as well be. Might as well be.
Okay.
That bourbon
All
be
right.
killing, bro.
It's
My
a lot.
liver. It's like times 10 damage. Critical hit on the liver.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. That's funny, man.
Damn, I'm so
It's funny.
surprised we don't have any chats. Come on, what's your favorite beer? What the fuck is your favorite beer?
It's because we have that subscriber mode on.
It is.
You know?
No one wants to subscribe.
Yeah.
No subscribers. We're losing subscribers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Losing viewers. I might as well just like check it out actually.
We should check out the kick
Hey
one.
guys, you want some Cheetos? You want some Cheetos?
Hot fries. What do you think about hot fries?
Not bad. Not bad.
What do you think about? I think my favorite Cheetos is the extreme
The what?
hot.
The
I think it's like extra hot.
extra
Cheetos.
hot. Okay. You like those?
Those
The
ones do
extra
go hard.
extra hot, or are you just talking about flaming hot?
I think it's flaming hot, but it's like
Ah.
extra. And they're like extra red when
mhm.
you open it. And it's like, man, is this gonna kill me? All this red 40 and shit. Is this gonna kill me?
You won't even have a beer, and you'll take in that fucking acid of a snack.
On God.
That's so.
That shit is a
why?
snack. It's a snack. It's a bop. It is good as shit.
It's not good as shit.
I don't eat it often. I think the last time I haven't had it in years.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. It's been
That's
a while.
fair. That's fair.
What does the kick chat look like?
Oh yeah, sure.
Let's see what they're laying down. Some
Mm-hmm.
knowledge. Hey, how are you doing, Josephine?
Josephine, we're doing good. We're doing good.
Living the dream.
Hello.
If you're still here. If you're still here.
Good. Doing well. I hate doing chat, dude. Why are we doing those?
This is a one time. Next time, 20 minutes. 20-minute break.
Okay. Does that mean I'm going to my next video?
Sure. Yeah, I would love to see it.
Okay.
What do you got here for us?
This is a good one.
Ooh, something about my Lord and Savior, Donald Trump.
Yeah, this is on target.
On par.
On par, man. Yeah.
Take a look at what happened.
Damn. What the fuck? No way they're already doing this. No way.
Yeah, dude.
Damn, that was sweet as fuck. Yo, is this AI?
Yeah.
No way.
I really like that one. I like the explosion one.
Dude, AI's come a long way.
It really has. It really has.
Oh my god, what the fuck? They got one where he's
You wanna
like
do
firing
this?
back. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Here are 3 ways to make a band-aid.
Oh, man. I really wanted that. All right, we're going to have to mute you.
See if we can get to it.
I know. Sorry, guys. We're just going to struggle for a little. Can you get out reaction frame for a moment?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Wonderful. Actually, you can go back to it.
Ready for it?
I'm ready for it. Would you like one?
No, I'm chilling. I'm on my diet. You know what I mean?
Holy wow.
Wait, what? What is happening?
Okay, we're gonna just pause right there.
Criminals.
Oh my Jesus! What has the American presidency come to?
Oh man.
Why does he look like Dr. Phil, bro?
Maybe we shouldn't share this one.
Yeah, this is kind of raunchy right
that
here.
One's a
This
little
is edgy
much.
as
I'm
fuck.
sorry, guys. I actually thought that was going to be a little
God.
different than that. I don't know what I was looking for, but it wasn't that.
Yeah,
I
that's
apologize,
insane.
guys.
I thought you'd be shooting at the shooter or
I
something,
know.
not our the other candidate, ex-candidate.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough.
Jesus Christ!
I know. Mm.
What has
My-
the state
my-
of fucking? What does it come to?
What's the State of the Union come to?
What does it come to? Jesus Christ!
I know. That was a bummer.
Save America.
What do you think's going to happen, by the way?
With the current election?
Yeah, just the state of America. Let's just go with that. You know, actually keep the
Who knows?
camera on me
Honestly-
for a second. Because I have questions to pose. to you.
Good.
Because we have the presidential election happening, right?
Right.
We have 2 wars that are unfinished. We're at the end of a fucking pandemic that nobody's talked about.
What
you know,
pandemic? What?
COVID.
It's done.
Yeah, but
It's done.
nobody's talked about how, they should put Fauci in jail because he funded, the gain to function research.
He got away.
He got away with it too many times, man. Okay.
He got away with it.
Okay,
He's
okay.
chilling.
He is chilling, but we're at the end of that, and there's nothing's changed. It's only gotten worse. You know what I mean? The housing market's only gotten worse. The price of food has only gotten worse. Just the price of living has gone higher. Since to post-COVID, post-COVID's worse. Pre-COVID, it was great, right?
It was okay.
Come on. Gas prices were
Low as
extremely low. Inflation was there, but
When did Trump get elected president?
16.
I feel like it was 17, 18. We were teetering on it, and
Yeah,
then
sure.
COVID fucking boom.
Yeah, agreed.
But
Agreed.
16, 18, it was let's say that I'd say it was maybe 5%, and then COVID took it the next 30.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
But yeah, back then.
I'm not
back then
opposed to
things were
that.
cheaper. But I think people were just they thought the economy was fucked because of Trump.
Change the
My
goddamn
bad.
cameras, man.
My bad. I'm trying, dog.
There you go.
I'm trying, dog.
But yeah, what do you think? What do you think's
I
gonna
think-
happen?
What the fuck? So with there's a lot of shit going on. I was watching a video,
Mm-hmm.
and it was discussing the status of the world and how more and more. This guy's a Christian, right?
Okay.
And he was more and more evils are being released onto the world every day.
Yeah, sure.
Things that were bad, that would have been super bad and been top headlines back in the day, are now just
Regular
in the
things.
newspaper, super common.
Sure.
So he's now even more and more evil is going to be happening. And he's do you remember in Revelations when Jesus said that in the end of times, more and more evils will be released onto the earth? So I feel like it's just going to get worse.
Yeah, that's true. But that's such a... Man, I'm so over that cliche. That cliche's been around for so goddamn long. That Revelations, man, the end of the world is happening super soon. The Mayan calendar's ticking away, or just... I'm so done with that conversation. I get it. Look, of course a goddamn meteor can come and hit Earth. Of course the goddamn Yellowstone volcano can explode. Of course the temperature of Earth might heat up and start migration all around the world. That also might... That one actually might be really true. That one's kind of crazy. Have you heard about that one?
I've not.
That there's kind of some mass migration happening currently. Obviously there's been migration to America from
Okay.
from like.
Where are people going?
I don't know. I think just away from the equators. But I don't know.
Interesting.
I just like I hear them. I hear it get thrown around all the time that the heating up of Earth and the changing of the poles has caused there to be heat where it did not used to be, and so like mass migration has like started. Oh, well, we're gonna look that one up.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but
dude, have you seen what was happening at the Olympics?
No,
all the controversy and shit.
No.
People
Go
were
ahead.
like Andrew Tate is like fucking trying to defend it and shit, and like it's throwing off a lot of people about all the shit that's going down in France right now. Like, really controversial shit.
Yeah, sure. I actually have a video. I have a video of that.
Let's see this. Mass migration.
Yes, mass migration is happening. More people are migrating than ever before in 2022. The United Nations estimated that 281 million people, or 3.6% of the world's population, were living in a country other than their birth country. Okay.
It's insane. Is that bad?
I don't know if that's really bad. I don't think that's really that bad, honestly. Unless it's like, fringing on the ability for other people to live comfortably. But I don't know. That's such a broad statement. What were you going to... Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, so...
The Olympics.
You're talking about... Why does Andrew Tate always have to, like...
Say some shit.
Well,
it was going against, like... They're doing some, like... Something...
Christian stuff, right?
About, Christianity.
So there was... Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So it was Olympic... Jesus. Olympic... It was... Last Supper.
Yeah. It was the Last Supper. They're trying to recreate that.
Mm-hmm. Which, how is that blasphemy,
Well...
Was it because of this?
Yeah, they're trying to make it like... how do I say that and be a politically correct terminology?
We're going to go to YouTube. We're going to watch a video of it.
I don't want to say they're trying to make it...
Christian friendly?
I feel like they're trying to make it, what's the word for that?
Are they trying to mock?
Mute my mic real quick so I can say the word.
They're trying to make it gay.
You can't say that on mic.
Stop it. You're such
a hot mic. Yeah, I think they were.
Yeah, sure. They're trying to make it like LGBTQ friendly.
That's what I was trying to say. LGBTQ plus.
Yeah. Man, damn it. I didn't want this either.
But I know a lot of LGBTQ plus people. It was actually like people that were like of LGBTQ plus are like a man that's like married to a man, and other people that I know that are LGBTQ plus. He told me about this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. And
what was people tell me about this? Man and a woman that were both LGBTQ.
What was their opinions on it?
They said that it's ridiculous and it was like misrepresenting them. It made them look bad. They were pissed. Sure. They were like, what does fucking Jesus and the Olympics have to do with like sexuality and shit like that? That's what they were saying.
Yeah, sure.
And
man, you know what's so crazy is there's not a single video on it, which is really nonsense. Like, how is that possible? How is there not a fucking single video on this motherfucker? Everybody's got...
Do like replay or something. Everyone has like a commentary on it.
Yeah, and I don't want fucking... and it's not even good commentary. Like, come on.
I haven't seen it, but yeah, they were saying that it was like misrepresenting them. And they were pretty pissed. And they were like, they pissed off the LGBTQ plus. They pissed off Christians.
Yeah, sure.
Pissing everyone off. And they probably pissed off some Olympians. For
just doing it?
Yeah, you can't. You're not even allowed to like show like
religion?
Your religion, your like
backgrounds
on some bullshit. Like you're supposed to be...
You're supposed to take all that. You're supposed to leave.
Side.
Leave that at home. It's nationalism, and that's the only thing that should be ever talked about, right?
Right.
Because that's what the Olympics are. It's just fucking nations getting together, as one. Just for man, this is such bullshit. I can't find a single fucker.
This is tough.
Do you think if I just go on Google, Then we're gonna do DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, like you can like there's a surfer that I heard about that had a Jesus board, and he had to get removed. Like he's from Brazil. You know how they have the big Jesus statue in Brazil?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, hug me, Jesus. Yeah. So
he's not allowed to have it on his surfboard, but they're allowed to like do the Last Supper.
Man, that's crazy. Really?
That's fucked
and
up,
he's
isn't
from
it?
fucking Rio, and he's not, or
Brazil.
He's from Brazil at least. Yeah. Damn, son, that's crazy. That's a crazy statement that you just said.
That's fucked.
Because this fucking Leonardo da Vinci's fucking artwork doesn't need to be a part of the goddamn Olympics. It doesn't. If anything, they could do some Greek shit, right? Because the Greeks created the Olympics.
Right.
But that's it. Right? You could do a knockoff parody of a fucking Greek painting and nobody would bat an eye.
Right.
But because nobody's defending that religion anymore, Damn.
Dude, there's some other crazy shit. Hopefully you can find this video, because I have not seen it.
Dude, I haven't seen it. I have not seen a part of it. Like,
should we just watch someone's...
I guess. I guess.
Unfortunately.
It's really sad.
Man, no one has the original video, bro? Who are we going for?
So
Maybe not someone too big?
This was the video that... I'm going to show this video because I saved this video.
Okay.
And, yeah. And this is, I forget, The Guardian.
You saw Andrew Tate? A video
Andrew Tate talk about this, but I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I didn't get that far into it. I gotta let the ad skip. But I didn't know what he was talking about. I just saw that, once Andrew Tate's fucking picketing on a particular topic, I was like, what is he doing? Because like, that's what these people do. When you are that famous, you kind of just find what's the biggest topic out there and then you choose your opinion on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just how every one of these motherfuckers do it, which is really fascinating to me. Because,
I mean, that is what it is. It's just our opinions. We're not... I mean, he might think he's like an alpha male, but like... I don't know. Just opinions at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Not really facts or anything crazy. It's just part of the game.
Yeah. Amen to that. What's your opinion then?
What is my opinion? I haven't seen it, so I can't have an opinion.
All right. We'll watch this then. I didn't mind his...
He didn't apologize.
Bro, his sound goofy as fuck.
I know, right?
They're not sorry. This was signed off on. And to sit here and let France mock the country, mock your religion, make fun of every single thing you feel holy. This is the Last Supper. This is everything holy about Christianity. And we say absolutely nothing about it and say, oh, you cannot even complain. What are we doing wrong by saying that this is disgusting? This is not art. Everyone at home, I want you to understand. They don't try and trick you or deceive you. If I give you a poison apple and you eat it, I murdered you. If I say this is a poison apple, all of this
His points are so half-assed. It's really funny.
Coming for all your institutions. There's nothing cultural left now. They have an
I really liked that statement. They're just gonna come for all your institutions. There's nothing left. And I'm sure this isn't nice to Christianity. Sure, that's fine, but like, I don't know.
Do you think that they would let you watch this at Catholic school? Like, not this, but like what happened at the Olympics?
No, I don't think they would let me. No, I think they would see that and they're like, oh, there's some drags. We're gonna turn this off. We're gonna wait for the events, for the sports. That's what would happen. If it was a true Catholic school with I say good teacher, but like a teacher that's on top of like
the curriculum.
Yeah, then they would make sure that kids don't see like drag queens and shit like that.
Insane.
Because I'm assuming that's what's happening, right?
Right.
I'm assuming there's a couple of them that are drags.
Man,
because,
that's
like,
kind of fucked though. I feel like they should be able to see it.
What, kids? I don't know, man. That's
tough.
where I
what
draw
you're
the
saying.
line. It's like, I get it. I get why
I feel like
people want that representation. That's fine. I'm not gonna. But also, like, you can't really force it on the kids, guys.
Right.
You can't. Like, that is adult content. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, are you having kids watch The Victoria's Secret?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Walk.
No.
And if you say no, then you should also have to say a hard fucking no to the drag queens. And so it's like, come on.
I think that ignorance is bliss.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I feel like the knowledge and being able to have the concept of like what even a drag queen is important.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, really.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like just so
that's
they
fair.
know it's out there.
Yeah, but
something.
Guys, you go to public, right?
Fair.
Just go to a fucking local Walmart or grocery store. Go to a local grocery store, and if you don't see somebody who's cross-dressing, then you just need to go to a different city and then just see it. I don't know. Like, I feel like kids get enough exposure.
Fair.
I got exposure when I was a kid.
I feel like I did not.
Really?
I feel like I didn't really see it until
Interesting.
Like I was in like a big city.
Really?
Like Cincinnati.
Okay, sure.
Like,
did you go to that Clifton Kroger and you saw a couple?
Sure, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Real.
Sure.
I think I knew like 2, maybe 3 people that were like bi in my high school.
Okay.
One was a transgender.
Sure.
And I was actually like cool with them. They're a guy
yeah.
and they transitioned to a lady.
Sure.
And it was just like normal. It wasn't like
wasn't a thing.
It wasn't like as like projected as it is now,
right?
Or as it is in like a city or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone has to know what I'm up to, what I want, what I like. Everyone has to know, like just super hyper projected in your face type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Was not like that. It was chill.
Yeah. Sure.
I mind my business. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You do you.
Yeah.
Chill. But I feel like this shit, like the media is just like milking every penny they can for this shit. Like it's insane.
Well, it's outrage culture. I feel like the most, if you're pro or against, LGBTQ, but it's still a hot topic. You know what I mean? People are so invested on both sides that they will have outrage culture for or against. You know what I mean? It's just because it's like a trigger word. It's a trigger word to the masses now. And so like, and I think like, what used to be a trigger word to the masses was like when Obama, like he passed the
was it
gay marriage? Yeah, the gay marriage thing.
On my fucking birthday or some shit.
Really too? That's funny. That's really funny.
I think that's why it's like Pride Month.
Because it happened on June.
I think so.
Yeah. But like that was such a hot topic and that was such a trigger word for a while. So like I just think the trigger words for the masses changes. And, wokeism and like LGBTQ is like the trigger, I love to see people squirm on this topic. Like I'm going to go to a family event today. Okay. And I might bring it up. This one's a great juicy story, What do you think about the Olympics? Last Supper thing. And this would be that's also like, if some people just like, if they don't care, if they're just like, it happened, like this is what happens, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, okay, you're like a reasonable person. You know what I mean? But if you're like, digged your heels on a particular side, it's really funny to see it because like, you don't even know, it just goes back to like, sometimes you just like are part of a party and you don't even realize it, but you're defending them to fucking high heavens. Yeah. It's like, I do this too. Don't get me wrong. Like this is my trigger, which is if someone's like against the Second Amendment or just like guns in general, and they're like, we should have stricter gun laws, and it's like, and I always like in my heart, I'm like, like don't do that. Like, we can't have the fucking state control us. Like, what are you saying? You can't have the state control our ability to have something that defends us. Like, what are we doing taking away the swords? What are we doing taking away the axes? What are we doing taking away the guns, guys? Like, we need to defend ourselves against the government. And, like, it's a tough one, man.
Op stopper. Needs the op stopper. Bruh.
I always love it. And people are like, well, the government has tanks. And you're like, armored piercing bullets is all you need against a tank.
Hey, yo. Bro, you just made the list. You just made the list.
I know. Well, I feel like the ultimate American, though. what am I supposed to do besides have liberty? What am I supposed to do besides have freedom? What am I supposed to do?
OPD's on your ass. CPD, whatever the fuck it is, Cincinnati Police Department, Ohio Police Department, they're on your ass right now.
They would defend that. I feel like it would be the CIA.
The CIA.
The FBI.
Shit. That's hilarious.
With the Department of Census.
God. They're on his ass.
What is the NSA? Is that the
National Security?
Yeah.
Something?
I think those are the people who that's the 3-letter acronym that what's that guy who leaked? He was like in 2012ish.
Damn. It's not Dan Schneider.
It's definitely not Dan Schneider. No, it's definitely not that guy. That
he like ran
Snowden.
Yes.
Edward Snowden.
Yes.
He was the guy who like worked for the NSA, and then he leaked a bunch of files about how they spy on like Americans. And yeah. That's a I wish that our political candidates would be like, I'm going against Americans being spied on. I'm going against a 3-letter acronym agency controlling Americans. I'm against foreign spending. I'm for infrastructure. I'm for the government spending on homes to subsidize for Americans to have cheaper living. Man.
Affordable living.
Yeah, not even Can we do cheap?
Cheap?
Can we do cheap? Good, but cheap living? Like, what are we doing? Like, juicing them? America has literally been juiced from its core. Like, the fucking middle class is like slipping and sliding towards the lower class. Like, I don't know, crazy. Man. It's a slippery slope. Don't you feel like you live on that slippery slope?
Well, we just started, and we started on a bad fucking foot.
Okay. So, when you say we, do you mean your family?
I'm saying I should say us as young adults.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
So, but there's hope. I'm sure there are people out there that, unlike me, were able to finish college by now and are probably doing much better off, hopefully. Because I've seen some jobs, some bullshit ass jobs that start at like $20 an hour for a bachelor's degree. Like,
yeah, sure.
That shit's fucked. But hopefully there is hope.
Yeah.
Because I went to the ER the other day for like a middle ear infection.
Yeah.
And I overheard some of the nurses probably went to school for 4 years. And they said, yeah, I started out at like $20, $19 an hour, and over the past 9 years I've been working here, I've gotten a $2 raise every year. That's fucking insane. So now they're making like 40 something an hour.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
That's
like 9 years ago, making 20 an hour compared to like minimum wage. When I was making $7 an hour, they were making like 20.
Yeah, sure.
That shit was crazy back then. I remember when I had a 13-hour job back then, I was like, I'm making so much fucking money. And then when I hit overtime, I was getting paid 26 or 27. I was like, I'm making doctor money right now.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's interesting. Yeah. I hope that by the time I'm like at the age of buying a home, that I can put a down payment for a home. Like I think that's honestly the only thing I truly need is just to be able to like afford a mortgage. But like most mortgages are gonna be like what, $1,000 to $1,200 for like a 30-year loan, which is not bad. You can do that so fucking easily, and so it's like all you have to have is really a down payment and some credit.
For sure.
And like that's not difficult either. So like,
dude, I was looking at like $100,000 houses. Mortgage on that's like $800. That's like basically what I'm paying now.
Oh, $800?
But finding a $100,000 house in today's market is damn near impossible.
It's really impossible. Also, like a home that you don't have to put money into, you can just move into it and you don't have to renovate any rooms or repaint anything.
That doesn't exist, does it?
It doesn't exist, dude. Especially like if you want a little land on that little plot too. Man, now you're talking about $300,000.
Right, it's nuts.
Easy, which is like if you do a 15-year loan, you're talking about like.
I think the most valuable thing is like if you know how to build your house.
Yeah, sure.
That sounds valuable. I don't know how much they charge. Like, I don't want to build a fucking mansion. I don't
Mhm.
need 15 bedrooms or 5+ bedrooms.
Right.
Don't need it. Don't need the fucking 3,000 square foot house.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the builders right now that are around us, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
But if I was able to contract a builder to build like let's say a 2-bedroom house,
Mm-hmm.
I would love to know the price on that.
Yeah, sure.
Like the crazy ones that they're offering are like 400,000
Mhm.
for like a 5-bedroom, 2,000 square feet,
Yeah.
400,000. So if I was able to like get like no luxuries,
Mm-hmm.
half the space,
Mhm.
half the rooms,
Yeah.
if I could get it for like under 200K, that seems like a viable option. It's new.
Yeah.
You know, then you probably wouldn't have to like fix up anything.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be dope.
This is why I'm really hoping for some concrete printing homes. You know what I mean?
I feel
I'm
that.
really feeling like because I feel like really the only reason why they would charge you so much is just to be able to like cover all of just to upcharge you. That's
Right.
the only reason they're charging you so much, because like that concrete, I bet it's not expensive.
That's what I'm thinking.
That concrete's not expensive. Like that machine that they're using is expensive, but after it's printed 200 homes, is it really that expensive?
Yeah.
It's not. And
Paid
so
off by then, right?
yeah,
Like, what's the margins on that?
absolutely. And so it's like it shouldn't cost more than fucking $150,000 to print a 4-bedroom kitchen and like a living area plus bathrooms. Come on. It shouldn't be that much. It really shouldn't be. And two levels? Come on. We're like all you're doing is laying concrete, guys. Like, come on. You're not putting wood up. You're not doing hammer and nails.
Right.
You're barely doing measurements. I mean, you are doing measurements, but really are you? Like, come on. You're just laying down the foundation and then you're just building up from there. So, like, yeah, I'm really kind of banking on the concrete printing homes. Like, they're so fucking... I wonder if they do concrete printing homes around here.
You got roasted in our comments, my guy.
By who?
His name is... It looks like it's Vinny. He's saying,
Is
is that the backpack kid?
Is that the backpack kid? What's that mean?
You don't know who the backpack kid is?
No, who's the backpack kid?
The guy that did the floss back in the day.
Backpack.
He's looking it up.
Motherfucker.
Oh,
Press
fuck.
something. I'm like...
Backpack.
Oh, I look like the backpack kid? I guess I do with this haircut. I
Being a
don't look like that. Come on, the backpack kid. Come on, dude. You know I look so much better than that. Come on, Vinny, bro. You got me fucked up, but like, that's okay.
And then we have
Man.
another guy named Buljik Tech Key.
Yeah.
He said sup. He's Polish.
Sup, dog? He's Polish.
Thank
3D
you for subscribing.
printing homes. Man.
Let's see it. What are they saying? What is the price? Have they done any in the U.S.?
It's a good question. Yeah, they did. They did
Ooh.
Texas.
Looks like they did California too.
October of 2022.
That's a while ago
That's
too.
a while ago.
Hmm.
I just don't understand why this didn't get any traction. You know?
I have no clue. Do you think that they have like a website so we can like how Tesla does? You know what I mean? You can like look up how much the house cost.
Yeah, I think.
Is it them?
Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Housing.
That's a great
infrastructure.
idea, actually. Like you're talking about just like models, like the type of CAD files that they have already made for.
Shit, I didn't even think that far. I was just thinking like to see some quotes or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This is insane though.
I don't want to go on this one yet because I wanted to be able to. See this guy.
Man, taking forever.
Yeah, I just think their website's bad. That's
No
not bad
way.
though. That looks really good.
That looks fucking fabulous.
Yeah, I
No
like how
way.
big the windows are. You see how big those fucking windows are?
That's impressive that they're able to like lay down the concrete and then like add some stuff to it to make it look like a regular home. Like you wouldn't be able to tell.
You wouldn't be able to tell.
Not until like fucking a hurricane comes through and your house is the only one standing on the block.
Literally. I wish I would give quotes. Solutions, partnerships. Yeah, I don't think they give quotes.
Man, I would love to know. It's super interesting.
Quotes. Yeah, maybe we'll do this. Yeah, I would love to see like the pricing of these kind of homes. Like,
Might have to Google. Just use Google. So that little down drop.
pricing. Oh, I thought that was pricing. It was printing.
Damn. How much do you think it's cheaper? Or do you think it's more expensive?
I think
it's
they're
cheaper.
gonna. I think they're gonna make it more expensive because they're gonna upcharge them because it's concrete and it's more. It'll last longer. You know, these homes. They said that these homes will be built so well that they will last 100 years and they'll last through hurricanes, and that they have rounded edges. Round edges are really good for aerodynamics.
I see.
Like shit like that, you know. And so, I don't know, man. I'd be a big fan of having one of these.
That's such a stupid ass range, 10,000 to 400,000.
Well, that's the thing, dude. If you could have, like, most of the pricing or most of the cost ups are gonna be like plumbing, electricity, the roof, laying all. You remember seeing like how that house was? They laid brick to do the pillars in the front.
Right.
Stupid shit like that, you know, that's what's gonna sink your ship.
Yeah,
when you're like trying to build a home and you're trying to do it for cheap, like you don't want like, do you need fucking bricks to be laid down for your goddamn pillars? Do you need pillars?
Do you need pillars?
Do you know you don't fucking need? That's a cosmetic thing that's doing bullshit on your fucking pricing of your home. You just need a bare bones, right?
Dude, I'd be fine living in a fucking gray house. That'd be so fucking sick.
You could. It would be, but you could paint it yourself.
You're right. That's true.
You could paint it yourself.
That's true.
All you fucking need is like a good spray gun and just learn how to do spray paint, you know, like,
That's true.
And you're done, dude.
Damn, what color would I do? I think I would have to like do like a, damn, I don't know. I'm fine with gray. Fuck.
It's because your house looks so sad now. Your house
Shit, I wouldn't mind if it looked sad shit, if I was paying less.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I don't believe all these though. You know what I mean? Like
2,000 square foot is insane.
It's really not though. 2,000 square feet would be nice though. Fuck, that's so nice.
Damn.
That's so nice, but that doesn't look real though. This is really more what I was thinking of. You know what I mean? This is like, I know it looks like a jail or a schoolhouse, but like, what else do you fucking need? You know, like
I feel that. That's my house right now. This would be like one of the fucking, you know, like 2,000 square feet bullshit.
Yeah. It would be.
What I think
and I wouldn't want that fucking siding. What are you doing siding for? You know?
Sure. Like I'd do that.
This
sure.
is so
I'd
Nice. That's so nice.
Right,
but do you see how this is wood outside? We should watch this video.
I feel like they probably didn't. Damn, they still have like. Is it wood?
Damn, son.
Dude, that's nice as fuck. I'm not. Even
I wish they had a
lie.
fucking better camera. That's
nice
so
as shit.
Nice.
That's it. Right
That's
there.
it, dude. I so need a 3D printed home.
Fuck,
Quit talking to me, dude.
Show me the house. Dude,
Yeah.
that is it. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, me too. Oh my god, I'm so fine with this. Quit talking.
Dude, this is like some fucking Star Wars shit.
Yeah.
That shit is so dope.
I love rounded edges too for rooms.
That's so dope.
I would want a circle room, you know?
I would want a circle room too, honestly.
Circle
like a
room?
circled living room.
Yeah.
That's
Wouldn't
fire.
that be fire, dude?
That's so fire.
Because like and you know, that's the great thing about these 3D printed homes is that you asking for a round home that's built out of wood would cost $1 bajillion. It would, you know what I mean? Like if
Right.
you're building a 2,000 square foot home and you're asking for a fucking 800 square foot round living room, they would be like, go fuck yourself. You know,
Right.
like that's going to be like a 6-month project. But with you're doing nothing different. You're just telling the goddamn 3D printer just to go in a circle.
Right.
That's not complicated. Like I love this. This is such a great solution. And I remember Kanye talking about building homes with building round homes. he was like such a big fan of like building round homes in 2020. He was like, I'm gonna be an urban designer. I'm gonna be an urban planner. Like, I'm making cities. Like, but this is actually like the idea and fruition of like you can achieve round homes with this thing. And I'm such a fan of that. Such a goddamn fan of that. Because all you really have to do is like have vinyl like wrap around if you are going to do siding. You know what I mean? You just need a pliable material that'll bend with the home and you're done, dude. Like, you couldn't do metal, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But like,
I feel like you could do like a
soft metals, yeah, you could do a soft metal, but you know, like a woodpecker is gonna get through that. But there's no woodpeckers in a concrete home. Like, oh my god, I'm such a fan of this idea.
Dude, nothing's getting in there too, for real.
No,
like, what's gonna fucking eat through your concrete?
There's nothing eats through concrete. That's such a fucking... And if you have a really good blend of concrete too, like if it's like a really sturdy form, like a sturdy mixture of like if there's different grades of concrete, you know, like some concretes like can like, you know, expand and contract like with the heat, or like there's just like different strengths in concrete. Right. If you pick the perfect blend, man, you really have a home that's like withstand almost
the Hoover Dam ass house.
Yes, dude. Yes, and it takes fucking centuries for it to dry in the center of it. I would love this so much.
Dude, I feel like they have like, do they have a little loft, or is that just like a decor ladder?
I don't know. We'll keep looking.
Sheesh. What the fuck is that? Nuclear reactor? Gas station looking house?
Yeah, it does look like a gas station.
Dude, what
That's
the
so
fuck?
Fucking cool, dude. That's so goddamn cool.
No way.
And I apologize, guys, for the lag. I don't know why it's lagging, but dude, that's that's so cool.
Jeez, that's so dope.
But I bet the reason why these homes cost so much right now is because they don't have 100 teams yet.
Yeah.
They just have 3 teams that are trying to like work it out. You know, work all the like kinks out of. Man, that's beautiful.
That is a beautiful home.
That's so beautiful.
In that neighborhood too, you look like you're the rich guy.
Yeah.
Oh
my god.
Jeez.
That's so fucking nice. God damn, son.
Ain't no way.
I love this. Was that teak wood? Like that, man.
That's so fire.
Holy fuck, dude.
Oh my god.
I'm drooling over that home, you know?
That's it. That's it.
I know.
Golly.
House 0. Okay, guys. Like, I think you're so cool.
They are cool. They are cool.
They are fucking cool, though.
God damn.
I've seen this home before. Have you seen? I feel like I showed this home before.
If it's the first one that we saw, then yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this home before. But yeah, dude, that would be so dope, you know?
What the fuck?
That's so fucking cool.
I'd live there too.
Oh my god.
That seems even more bare bones.
Yes. I don't like how much wood they inserted on the last home, because that seemed like expensive.
Money, yeah.
That home that we just saw was so fucking expensive, but this seems like it's
That's some fucking Dragon Ball Z shit right there.
Could you have a concrete ceiling? Do you think that's possible?
I don't think they do that.
Why though?
I feel like it
too
won't
expensive?
be able to support itself.
Why? You can do a second floor with a concrete pad on top.
I don't know.
Is that
a typical thing? Like, is your ceiling like concrete or some shit?
No.
It's like wood, right?
Yes. But with these homes, if you're doing a second floor, you add a second pad. You don't add wood scaffolding
for it and shit like that. I guess so.
You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be any better in the long term?
Yeah.
Because then you wouldn't have.
The only risk is if your roof collapses. But does that happen?
But does your second floor collapse
in a concrete house?
When a concrete house, does Zeus step on you? Like, did a plane hit the ceiling? Did a rock fall out of the sky? No.
What about snow? Like, what if the snow is just like, no.
Snow doesn't collapse a
skyscraper or some shit, yeah.
Snow doesn't collapse wood, dude.
You're right.
You know?
Unless it's like rotted and shit.
Unless it's a really compromised roof already.
I guess so. I mean, I'm not hearing anything about why can't you. There's nothing in my brain saying why not, except for the only thing is the risk of it collapsing. But why would it?
I mean, I hate to go to like everything's a conspiracy, but like, what if like the HOA is that what it is? The housing or no, it's the homeowners association.
Right.
What if they require wood roofs because like
you don't have to be in the HOA though. Like you don't have to live somewhere with an HOA.
That's true. That's very true.
Especially if you're building a concrete house, you probably own your land.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
That's true. Okay. All right. But I still would want a concrete roof though, because how fucking dope would that be?
I wonder what they do for their roof in this concept.
I don't know.
Not even concept. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
I really want to see the inside.
God, that's so silky, dude. That looks so fucking good.
Man, it's huge too. It's not even.
Oh, they do it in house and then they transport it. I would
That's an
not.
option.
I would
That's
not
an
want to
option
do
for
that
me.
though. Really?
What's gonna happen? What's the worst thing that could happen? Instead of them bringing out all their expensive equipment on site.
Okay. But you have to bring all the equipment. You still look at that fucking crane, dude. I mean, all right. Maybe you're right. Maybe that would be cheaper.
Dude, they're doing this in the same day. It has not been night yet.
Yeah. They moved all of them in one day.
Damn, but the foundation is like separate on each piece, which is interesting.
Yeah, I don't like that. I would like an all-together slab.
I guess that's why they would bring it on site if it was an all-together slab.
Yeah. Super cool, though.
Dude, I want to see inside. Like,
I know.
Jesus. I'm filming at the mouth.
You know how fucking insulated this motherfucker would be, too? Like,
It'd be insane.
You know how, like, if you dig 4 or 5 feet into the ground, it's always 65 degrees? Have you ever heard that before? That's why they put, like, all the, like, water lines and all, like...
Interesting.
It's always a regulated temperature. And so with this, like, if you kind of built it into the ground too, and you have all concrete, like I lived in an all concrete home, and it was always cool during the summer.
I see.
You know what I mean? Always cool during the summer because like the concrete just kind of like, I don't know. It just like kind of, it's like an insulator almost. It's almost like acts like it's like, I don't know, like rock bed.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel you.
It just feels very cold. Yeah. Just like, and I'm such a big fan of that.
Do you think it would get hot, like to the touch, during the summertime?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Like everything does, you know? But like...
It would take time for that heat to travel through.
But it's not blacktop. It's concrete.
It's not
and
blacktop.
And concrete doesn't get hot like that.
Yeah.
Blacktop does, for sure.
Ooh.
That's so fucking nice.
Yeah, I fuck at that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that.
And I feel
100%.
like...
this is better than my living situation now, honestly.
Yeah,
so
sure.
much more room.
Oh my God, and they put... that's what I was thinking about the whole time, is like, how could you decorate it without having bare... But honestly, I think bare concrete's not that bad. It's really not that bad.
God,
That's
yes,
so
dude.
cool. That's so fucking cool. What else do you need?
You don't need anything else.
You don't need anything else.
Do they show? I wonder if they show the bathroom. They have multiple rooms in there too. Like,
Yeah.
geez.
Like that's a good bedroom. Wow.
Oh my God.
Just sign me up for one, dude. Like, I'll take a free house.
I'll
you
take
know?
a free house, too.
Let me be
Just
a
give me
test
small
dummy.
one.
Yeah.
One bedroom.
Yeah.
One bath.
Let me be.
Living room. Bathroom. That's it.
That's truly awesome. I would love to have one of these homes. What? We gotta watch this one too. This is so crazy.
Dude, this is what they need on Mars.
Oh my! Wow! Do you see that pattern they're fucking doing? You know how fucking strong that would be.
Insane, dude. This is like
Wow.
some Star Wars super sci-fi Martian building techniques right here.
Wow.
He literally has the Death Star on his shirt.
No, he didn't. I had to look for a second. This is super cool. I really like the pattern that they did for this one.
Imagine if someone showed you their house and that was it.
Right.
Wouldn't you be like, yo? I'd be geeking.
Mm-hmm. I know. Especially like watching this house get built. Wouldn't that be so fucking cool?
Imagine if they gave you the video, like the time lapse and the drones.
Right.
I would set up some cameras just to have that recording.
Yeah.
Fucking frame it. Have like a digital frame and have it always constantly playing.
the building of it.
Yeah,
that would
right
be
here.
really cool. That'd be really fucking cool. Man, that's fucking dope.
That is so dope.
That's so dope.
Man, the way the sun's rays hits it too.
Yeah.
Makes that nice shadow.
They really made a funky scaffolding to block this thing though too. I wonder why they did that.
It's like movie ready. Like, man, that's how they mix their concrete.
That's interesting. Wow.
Dude, that's so dope.
That's so fucking cool. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I would be okay with this. You know what I mean? I would be so okay with that. And if you just had a glass ceiling that just like, and it has a natural slope that just like flows all the water.
They did the concrete ceiling on that one.
Did they really?
Yeah, because they're going all the way up on it.
I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I think.
What do you think they put at the top then?
Glass. I think they put glass.
How would you feel about that? How would you like let's say it was too bright for you. Do they have like blinds for that?
I feel like there's these expensive types of glass that could be shaded by a press of a button.
I see.
Through like this glass almost has like a film that goes either on the bottom or probably on the bottom.
That makes sense.
That like yeah, it connects to electricity. Somehow you press a button and it just immediately goes black.
That makes
Like
sense.
just like an electronic shader.
Fair.
Of some sort. I bet they have some type of like thin film that goes on the bottom that fills up with this like resistance, this light resistance thing.
Fair.
That doesn't seem too complicated.
I agree.
You know,
that's dope.
Yeah.
Man, that's so cool.
I would really fucking love that home because like security, man. You really got to think about security sometimes. And like,
dude, I would have like a steel door. Like,
Yeah.
no one's getting in then.
no, but like when you have a glass ceiling, somebody's going to get into that. Like, come on.
Ooh, you're right.
You know, like somebody could
I
just
mean, you
climb
could get
in.
like some bulletproof, like
Glass, yeah,
super
that-
strong glass that can't be shattered.
by like 1,200 pounds of pressure, you know, whatever. Yeah, sure. You could do that, but you have no windows
That is
too.
true.
But like you have the skylight. That's
Yeah.
something, you know. So
But you won't be able to see your surroundings.
if you did a little octagon home too, like that would be pretty fire. Man, there's so many options.
Yeah, that would be pretty far. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, could you imagine having 4 floors and it's not that difficult?
I would not go for the floors. I
Really?
like having everything on one level.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
I
Sure.
don't like stairs.
You don't like stairs?
Do not like stairs. Just makes
Interesting.
things difficult.
It makes
Plumbing.
furniture difficult.
Yeah, furniture and laundry.
Laundry's difficult. But if you have a laundry chute,
That'd be fire.
laundry chutes are pretty cool. Elevators.
Ooh.
An outside elevator would be pretty cool.
That's a lot though for your cheap, affordable living situation. Having an
Yeah.
elevator,
It's very true. It's very true. But yeah, you could have scaffolding outside, I guess.
for sure.
You could do that.
That would be fire.
Yeah, just like a metal scaffolding. That
to
just
set
like
off, chill.
yeah, and you could just like uproot it when it's like rusted out or you want to replace it. You just uproot it like as a separate slab, and then you just replace it. Man,
Fucking Lego house.
I know, seriously.
Goddamn.
Like this is some interesting concepts. I love that honestly. Like I love that home.
That's
That was
super
pretty
fire.
cool. Yeah, you can get out of the reaction.
Right.
I'm gonna just like peep at the streams for a second. How you doing? How you
Doing
doing?
great.
You doing well? You doing well? Okay. Damn, good camera.
They fuck with the camera.
Damn, good camera. Thank you, homie. Thank you, homie. Done lots of work to make it look okay.
We're at it.
Oh, what's the live look like? Cool.
The two
Cool. Is that the backpack kid? That's such
They
an
got you, bro.
insult. That's such an insult.
They
It's
fucking got you.
interesting. That's interesting. Are you still doing the auto like? Is that
Yep,
is that what
yes,
that is? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I was trying to scroll over, but I can't.
Rest in peace.
I know. You want to go back on another video? Unless
Sure.
you got a topic. You got a
I have
topic?
a little bit.
What's your topic?
Actually, let's watch your Band-Aid video. It seems super interesting.
So I have, if we're gonna enter into it, it's nature content then.
Okay.
Okay. My nature content is just like survival. You know,
Right.
like how, if society ends. I've been really thinking about this a lot. You know, how much do I depend on society? And I depend on society a lot. Okay. About food, water, you know, basic necessities.
Right.
And so, but if shit just ends, you know, and you have to be, and you're stuck in the wilderness, you have nothing but your body. You know what I mean? Can you do it? Can you survive? And
I'm gonna need some people to be able to do that.
I'm gonna need
an
an ability to hunt. I need the ability to hunt. I need a good water container, you know, a water container that's easy to clean, easy to sanitize, and easy to like, yeah. And then also like, I just need to be warm. How do I say this? I just need the ability to somehow like a tarp, 2 tarps. That's it. That's all I need. 2 tarps. I just need the ability to make some type of tent. You know what I mean? And so like I need to be able to have a ground and a tent and boom, done. I'm good. And I have some water and I have the ability to hunt. It seems like I checked off a lot of things, you know?
I think for me, I would need like, I'm just going by like skills that people would have. I would need someone, for hunting that's like strong and good at killing shit. And then I think I would need
like clever. You need cleverness too.
Right.
Just to, you know, sorry.
And then I need like someone that's smart and that can like
go on your goddamn camera.
You're right. Someone that's smart and that can knows about biology and I'd say chemistry as well. That can like grab things and make shit.
Microbiology too.
For sure.
That's a big one.
Like all the germs and shit.
Yeah.
Knows how to sanitize something.
And if you have bad meat too, how to cook it out.
Right.
Or like,
things like that. Yeah.
Pick good meat. You know, maybe sometimes the part of the animal has a bad slab of meat, but then on the other side of the animal there's good slab of meat. Like the ability to like recognize that kind of stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then I think the last thing I would need is someone that's like crafty.
Yes.
Someone that can like knows how to tie a knot, knows how to do like the little niche skills, knows how to fucking make clothes, shit like that.
How to cut wood.
Shit like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That can teach us like technique, you know. So like a brain smart person, someone that can just like brawny, and then someone that has like hella technique.
Yeah.
I think
engineer. You need a fucking engineer to build homes too. Like honestly, it's not. It wouldn't be that hard to like figure out. Like if the world ends, but like Lowe's is untouched, you know.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, like, and you could like get all the concrete in the world together to be able to like make a slab, and then to be able to like, you know, have boards, you know, put the boards in to be able to make a home.
Then you have to think about like how long you're gonna work on this home.
Probably a good year. You probably need a good year or two.
You know how much time do you have until winter?
Yeah.
Shit
Well,
like
that's
that.
why you have a temporary home to get you through winter.
Right.
And then you have a home that's your like main goal. You know what I mean? Like
feel that.
you struggle a little with like the cold nights, but you're like, I'm building that home up top that hill that's gonna last forever. You know what I mean? For my children's children to bunk out, like to have a bunker there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I feel like you need both like short-term and long-term goals if you're going to be able to survive out in the winter like that.
I feel that.
So, yeah. And also like medicine, you know,
Yeah.
getting clean water is really priority number 1. You know,
True.
clean water is fucking number 1. And then like clean food and then shelter. I mean, like,
There's so much
know.
with water now. Like, I feel like back in the day, water was easier to clean than it is now with all the factories and shit dumping all these this fucking shit. So if it ended now, like we weren't able to do anything,
yeah.
and with like if society like collapsed and shit, and you did have to like get your own water, it would be tremendously difficult to like be able to filter everything like how they're doing now. Like you went to the Cincinnati Waterworks with me,
right?
And you saw how much shit they were doing.
By trillionth, they're trying to do
Yeah, like parts per trillion.
Parts per trillion, yeah, because
Trying
they're
to
at
get all this bacteria
parts per billion. But
but
the parts per trillion now is where all the microplastics are at.
Yeah,
and so
PFAS
and the PFAS, yeah,
sure,
yeah,
it's fucked.
It's so fascinating.
Yeah, and they're doing all this stuff to get rid of that, but like, there's no way you and I on our own are going to be able to filter out bacterias even in the parts per million. That would be difficult as fuck for us.
Parts per million would be very difficult, but I think if we had a property to stay on, if we had safety and if we had all the basics down, and then we were starting to build upon okay, now we have to have cattle and goats and chickens and crops year round, right. And then we figured that one out. Then just really trying to tackle the big to get everything perfect and to the range of comfortability. The water thing, we could probably figure out parts per man. I guess you're right. Parts per million's a really difficult one. Parts per billion's impossible by yourself.
It is impossible.
That's impossible by yourself, but parts per million's pretty damn near impossible for yourself too. I think you really, the only option really is groundwater, right?
That that is a way to filter your water.
It's through the ground. Yeah,
we're close to the river.
Yeah.
So if you were to dig out a hole near the river and you let the trees naturally filter out, that'll help you get rid of a lot of stuff. I think that's what I would do.
Yeah.
And I'd probably have instead of just the dirt, maybe I'll put in some charcoal.
Sure.
You could heat up charcoal. We can make a kennel.
Yeah.
You could heat up our charcoal to reactivate it.
Sure.
And we could use that as a filter.
Let's get, let's let me show you that then, because that's part of my video actually.
And then I think from there, I would just distill my water. I wouldn't go any more crazy because that gets rid of your bacteria.
I'm going to crush this charcoal into a powder. The finer it's ground up, the better.
Yeah, I apologize for
that.
Plug the opening of this bottle with a napkin, or you can plug it with a cattail seed head or a piece of clothing.
What does he have right now?
Moss. Then I'll fill up the bottle with the charcoal with a cat ground up.
Can we start it? No, I'm going to restart it, guys. Now. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm going to crush this charcoal into a powder. The finer it's ground up, the better it'll work. I'll plug the opening of this bottle with a napkin, or you can plug it with a cattail seed head or a piece of clothing or even moss. Then I'll fill up the bottle with the charcoal dust. The next one I'll fill up with gravel, but this one I'll leave the cap on with a small hole in it. Then I'll put fine sand in the third bottle with a hole in the cap in this one as well. I'll need my water to filter through each one of these bottles. Now we're going to test this out by running some really nasty muddy water through it. Bigger debris will get filtered out through the gravel. Finer particles will get filtered out through the sand, and mostly anything that's left should get filtered out through the charcoal, including chemicals, but it won't work perfectly. This water will still need to be boiled after it's filtered, but it definitely cleared up the water.
Look how good that looks too. I mean, I know it doesn't look perfect, but and this is the next video I have of it too, which is actually, I really like this one too. But you're having a lot of supplies.
Ways you can filter muddy water. This is one of them, and it's pretty cool how it works. The water will wick through it, leaving most of the sediment behind. Pretty slow process though, and the paper towel seems to wick a lot faster than the toilet paper. And then filter it a second time. It clears up the water even more. And all this really does is filter out sediment. It won't filter out any harmful microorganisms. So now, to be sure that it's safe to drink, you'll have to boil it.
I don't believe in just boiling it. I feel like you really have to collect the vapor.
Yes, you really do have to collect the vapor. And that vapor, then you have to have it cascade on a really clean surface. That surface can't be a bullshit surface. You know what I mean? And also, I always wonder, you've been really talking to me about carcinogenics,
Everything's a fucking carcinogen, and there's so many carcinogens.
But got a reaction. But my point is with that is that if the smoke is hitting the vapors,
I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is that? What's smoked water?
No. So the vapor that's coming out of the pot, that's just water vapor.
No
but
shit.
The shit from the charcoal underneath that's cooking it all.
Yeah.
That's probably pretty harmful. That's like CO2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
You don't want to be drinking flat water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not flat water, but whatever.
Yeah,
you don't want that smoke in there.
You don't want smoky
so I think
vapor.
What you have to do is you have your pot, and then you have something that directly connects to the pot, and then
air sealed it almost.
damn near. But that's like dangerous. You know what I mean? That could make a bomb.
As long as you relieve the pressure like a tea kettle. You just have to release the pressure like a tea kettle. And so like I think you could honestly make a pot where so like the base holds like the water, all right? And then it has like a little almost like a cap that funnels up into almost like like those hourglasses. You know how like it funnels up into that? And then you could have it like collect the steam collect on the sides and then run down, right?
I guess you could loot like maybe you could have it like something like that, but you would have like a pot,
right?
And then you'd have one that's open to the air,
yes,
and it spits out steam like a tea kettle. Like
you can't have it spit out the steam. You gotta have it spit out the hot air. You know what I mean?
I feel like for the scenario that we're in, we're gonna have to lose some steam.
Man, that's so
but
sad.
I do think there's a better way to do it.
But I think that's like honestly you can make
like
a little
reservoirs,
pot.
One that like just spits out steam so no smoke gets into your system.
Yeah.
And then you have like one that collects the steam as well.
We could do this. We could coin this like piece of material
we
just
what
talked
would
about.
Help?
What?
If you like get some ice and you put it on the part that's like collecting water, this like water vapor will gravitate more towards that area to become water.
How we get ice?
Cold water? Fuck.
How we getting good ass ice?
Fuck, dude.
How
are we
Is this
getting
wintertime?
Damn.
We don't have problems in the wintertime with
How
water.
the fuck do you make fucking ice? Damn, I never thought about that. Damn.
Yeah, dude. Ice is a big one because ice
you need ice, dude. Imagine if you get injured and you need an ice pack or some shit.
Ice is a really hard one to have without like you need something to like you need a chemical reaction to be able to create ice without electric without a fridge like
refrigerant. Yeah, you're gonna need like a cold vapor, like some substance maybe. Like I'm just thinking about
a cellar. You need a cellar too, you know, just in case of like this.
I'm thinking about like liquid nitrogen. Like it's generally more cold. Mm-hmm. And it would like barely be room temperature. Mm-hmm. But then you're like, it's like, how the fuck are you gonna get liquid nitrogen?
Right.
That's an interesting concept. How do you think about that? How the fuck do you make ice without electricity?
You can't, dude. Ice is a luxury.
Ice is a luxury.
Ice is a luxury, and you can only have ice in the wintertime, you know, at that time. Like,
you're going to have to go crazy saving as much ice as possible.
I know. Such a bummer. It's such a bummer.
And there's no way to get, like, salt water and that becomes ice. No. It just doesn't work like that.
It does not work like that. No.
Man.
I know.
That's a task right there.
Yeah. Survival is a really interesting thing. And so, like, our ability to survive,
I think,
is probably the most shit out of all the generations before us. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, like, it really fascinates me if I could adapt.
You could make ice. Think about it.
I think so.
I think that. So what is it? Oh, fuck! You would need like refrigerant, wouldn't you?
You just need under 32 degrees with clean water that has no salt in it. If it has salt in it, it needs to be 0 degrees.
What I'm thinking right now is you have a fan that's powered by like charcoal or some shit.
Okay. You could even have it powered by a river.
Sure. What is it? Hydroelectric?
Yeah.
But I feel like you need like some form of refrigerant as well, you know, to like make sure that the air is cold.
Mm-hmm. You need a really good breeze, so you just achieve that with the fan. Now you need a really cold material, like almost like a steel or a rock, or like you need something to like house the surface of the ice, correct?
Right.
So like now you got steel, okay. I
don't know how this is gonna work, man. I'm gonna have to look around and do some research, figure that one out. That's really interesting. I have not thought about
how to create ice without electricity.
Right.
That's such an interesting one.
It is for sure.
Okay. Well, here, this was the other one that I was a big fan of. And yeah. Ooh, do I need this? This is just how to make a fire. So it uses Vaseline.
Petroleum jelly.
Yeah. Some
Sawdust.
shavings, yeah.
Man. Is he about to make like the torch that stays on forever?
I think so, yeah. I think he does.
Oh, wow. That's really interesting.
Yeah, and he never shows how long it lights, but I thought that was fucking fascinating. I
That's
didn't know
interesting.
petroleum, you can catch that on fire.
I feel like it's the wood inside like catches it on fire.
Okay.
And like the petroleum's like an oil. So
like a wax almost?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I feel like it will catch fire, but it'd have to be like really hot.
Sure. Okay.
That's interesting though. That's really
Yeah,
interesting.
I thought that was really cool actually because like that seems like a great solution for like like a torch. You need something to like
See, yeah,
you-
it's a flashlight.
Yeah, it
Natural
is a
flashlight.
flashlight. It's one of the most ancient flashlights out there. You know,
Because there's no
We're
way
at Costco
that
right now.
Oh,
this
shit.
one's dangerous. This one's. Go ahead. What?
There's no way that you're gonna be able to walk around with a fucking stick on fire. That's just like literally a stick on fire.
Yeah, it doesn't work like
Yeah.
that. You need a material. You need
So you could. I feel like he could substitute like. If you were in the scenario where you didn't have petroleum jelly, you could probably substitute it for like fats. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Because those do
Like whale
solidify.
oil. That
Sure.
was a big, that
How
was
the fuck are you gonna kill a whale?
I'm just saying,
That would be
back
insane.
in the day,
Fair.
that's what they would used to use is whale oil. That was like a big commodity.
Fair.
That's what the stock market used to be based off of was whale oil prices.
I did not know that.
I
That's
thought
interesting.
so. Yeah, we should check that one out because I might have just bullshitted.
Whale oil prices. How much is whale oil? Whale oil myth.
Okay, maybe I'm.
The idea of petroleum jelly, free market. Saved whales.
But I'm just saying that like whale oil stocks were what created the stock market.
Interesting.
I don't know.
He's a liar.
I know.
He's a liar. He's a fraud.
He's a fraud. This is what business? What business made stock market? Was the first publicly traded company. This doesn't really help me though.
Yeah.
You know? But I really thought the economy of the stock market was based off of, whale oil prices, but the Dutch East India Company was the first company to ever be, publicly traded
Yeah.
in 1602, which is fucking crazy. That's crazy. 1602 making stocks, like, dude. But yeah. Back to
I should have bought in.
back then. Back in the day when it was so cheap.
Should have fucking bought in.
Oh man. I'm trying to see if there's. Yeah, that's tough. We should end it on that one. This is a good one.
Band-Aids. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Haven't
cool.
seen that yet.
This is pretty cool. Healthcare is probably a big issue too. If you're fucking out in the middle of the woods and you don't know how
Three
to.
ways to make a
For
band-aid in
sure.
the northern forests.
Yeah.
Number 1, balsam fir sap is the original liquid band-aid. You can sometimes find the droplets on the outside
Man.
of the bark.
That's so
but
funky.
oftentimes
It's
you'll
like a
have to
little
pop these
zit.
little blisters in the bark, and the sap will shoot out. Balsam fir sap is easy to apply on a cut and is antiseptic. You can also
Ooh.
combine balsam fir sap
Interesting.
with usnea for a more complete bandage. Number 2, usnea is an abundant lichen that can be used as a bandage. It also has antiseptic and antibiotic properties. It
That's
is best to get usnea wet because it would be more flexible as a band-aid. Usnea is also known as the old man's beard and can often be found dangling from tree branches. To identify usnea, gently pull it apart to reveal a white inner cord. Number 3, birch polypore is another great band-aid material.
Imagine you
can find
picked
in
the
woods.
wrong mushroom.
This mushroom is
I
found
know.
growing on birch trees like the name suggests. Cut the underside of a fresh birch polypore with a knife. Carefully peel a thin layer of the pore surface off. Then you can wrap it around your finger. When the pore surface is fresh, it is naturally adhesive. It
That's
is also
interesting.
antibacterial and strangely antifungal.
Antifungal, huh?
Isn't that so funny?
the fuck?
Antifungal, and it's naturally adhesive. Huh?
Fucking, they knew what they were making.
I
They
know.
knew what they were fucking making.
I know the programmer
That shit was
programmed
made of biology, dude. This is a program.
I know, right?
Fuck.
And they just popped a pimple of a tree and they're like, that's Neosporin.
On God, like, what the fuck?
I know. It's like, that shit's so funny to me. That shit's so funny to me.
Oh my God.
And I
The
really
world.
liked the moss idea too. Like that's
Yeah.
a great because like the sap will stick to the moss and the moss will stay there. Like tree sap is some seriously sticky stuff.
It is.
You know, if you ever have like a Christmas tree or you go touch a pine cone, your fingers are fucking sticky
You
to the
have
max.
to go back to your crib and wash your hands for sure.
For 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
For a goddamn 1,000,000 times. And then you're still sticky until
Hands
tomorrow.
are still like black.
Yeah, you get like little residues
Yeah.
and like yeah. I thought that was so cool. This is the ender of it, and this might be guys. This is
just a regular Energizer lithium.
No.
Ooh, I've seen this video.
This video.
Yeah, I know what happens when you unroll a lithium battery. Expose it
Yeah.
to some water.
Yeah.
Household bomb.
It is quite literally that. But I'm gonna show you this because this was fucking terrifying. Because
Oh, boy.
damn, and this is some explicit content, so I apologize, guys, if it scares you a little bit. Like, come on, dude.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Oh my God.
I know,
What the fuck?
dude, and it's just
Man.
walking around like that.
Doesn't feel it or anything.
I'm sure it feels it.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sure he feels
I
it.
agree.
I
What the fuck would do that to it? Illinois. Damn. Did you like fucking fall like to a rock
don't know.
from like 100 feet in the air?
I don't know how you get scalped like that. Like his back got fully scalped.
It did.
Like
That's disgusting. God.
I just don't know, Kahaya.
There's a fucking skinwalker out there or something.
I
like
know.
some Bigfoot type shit. Like,
Mhm.
God.
Yeah. I
That's
know.
disgusting.
That's some crazy stuff right there.
Oh my God.
I know. That's why I was
Dude,
like
if I was-
explicit content, you know what I'm saying?
If I was in like fucking survival type
Mhm.
shit and I saw that,
Right.
I would be fucking scared. I'd shit my pants because I would be
Mhm.
like, "What the fuck did that to that?"
Who got him?
Right? Like,
Who got
who's
him?
Gonna, is that shit gonna come from me?
You
know
got
what I mean?
you got to change the
bad.
cameras, man. But yeah, right. Who's gonna do that to me? Absolutely. Who's the bigger predator? Who's the biggest fish?
Right.
Where's the biggest fish in the forest? You know.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, and obviously people are like, there's no fish in the forest. I get it. It's just a fucking metaphor. But yeah, still, like, where is the goddamn bear that missed
Yeah.
the kill, but still scalped the entire back of the goddamn deer? That's terrifying. He's still hungry, you know? Like,
Right.
That's
He
what I
didn't
would
get to eat that one.
He
He's
didn't
gonna eat me.
He's gonna eat me, dude. Yeah. What do you do? What do you do? Like,
What do you do? is a
I
great
think
question.
honestly, I just hope I have my 3D printed, home that has like no glass anywhere. It's just purely natural light somehow, but then just spikes everywhere around
Oh
the
my
house.
God,
you
that's
know?
hilarious. Just your Sasquatch at night.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Trying to get in, trying to eat you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Seriously.
Hungry. I have some content.
Do you?
To share for you. These
Okay,
last
okay.
couple of minutes.
Okay. Yeah. We should end by 2:30.
Sure.
You cool with that? I'll find you somehow. I think you're at the bottom. You know
The
that
bottom of
I
the
gotta say
list.
that guy who was like converting plastics to
Right.
diesel fuel and and regular gasoline. He's a weird dude. He's a weirdly aggressive dude.
What do you mean by that?
He's just an aggressive content creator. Like, I just feel like he's aggressive. Like, just in his, like, he's like, bitch, like, get him. I don't even know how to describe him.
Like Kendrick Lamar type shit energy?
Yeah, I guess. It's like he's the smartest one in the class.
I see.
But he's angry that he's the smartest one in the class. You know what I mean? Like
against like the teacher?
Against the teacher and the kids.
And he's like,
yeah,
you guys aren't smart. What are you guys doing? You guys need to do this.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He's just like, he's such an ass. Like, I don't mean... I'm
like a Ben Shapiro figure?
Like a Ben Shapiro figure. He's like, he's just a little sharp with it, you know?
I see.
And I'm not... Genius comes in many different forms, you know? And sometimes when you're the genius, it affects you differently. That's fine. Like, I'm not mad at him, you know? I'm not here being like, I don't like it. He's a cool guy. He's doing cool shit. Right. You know, I don't know if he's a cool guy, but he's doing cool shit. And so, like, I'll give him the, like, leeway of him being an asshole, but, like, he's kind of an I don't know. I've just been catching this content recently.
I feel like a lot of smart people are assholes. And I think that I don't want to say he's allowed to be, but I feel like he's trying to, like, solve a problem where there's, like, even more asshole people in front of him. Like, he has to, like, fight to be able to, like, push his solution.
Yeah,
like people.
And his channel's called Nature Jab. I just had to say that. Like, Nature Jab is who we're talking about.
Right.
Go ahead.
So, I feel like, you know, if he's going up against, like, someone that makes plastic and he's like, hey, stop making fucking plastic products, switch to, like, aluminum or something. What the fuck are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's gonna have to be, like, aggressive or some shit, trying to take down multi-million-dollar businesses, shit like that. Trying to go after, like, Marathon, like, why are you fucking fracking? Why are you drawing fucking oil from the earth? You can make it from plastic. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
and also,
there's no way.
Also, like, if he is able to, well, if he's able to do that, if he's able to take all the plastic on Earth and create into
oil,
diesel fuel, and oil and gasoline, then the next problem is how to take CO2 in the air that has low energy CO2, and then, like, taking it out of the sky and putting it into, like, a solid form.
Right.
You know, like, that would be the next part of, like, you have to, like, everything's a circle, right?
Right.
And, like, all the energy on Earth, like, can't create or destroy energy, right? You can only convert it.
Right.
And so it's like, okay, so if you're taking all the plastic and converting it into gasoline, which we run all our cars on gasoline and all of our, like, major shit on motors, then, like, our gasoline fed motors, then you got to figure out what to do with the emissions of everything, right? Like, that's the next problem.
I think, honestly, I've been thinking about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, I think that we could
change that goddamn camera. Go ahead.
So hard. It's so hard.
I know.
I'm lost in my thoughts. I think that, I think I talked to you about, like, strippers and absorbers one day.
Yeah.
And how you could like convert different gases and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's ways to convert that low energy. It's like, it's not like there's not a solution out there.
Right. Sure.
It's just that it's not viable. Either it won't do enough in the time that we need it to, or it's, like, costly, or people don't see profit in it.
Mm-hmm. High energy.
Yeah. People are probably just like, no, I'm not fucking losing millions of dollars to save the planet. Fuck that.
Billions of dollars. I'm not losing billions
trillions
of dollars.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I feel like if we did, like, something simple, like put something in cars that could, like, I mean, we have catalytic converters already, but, like, if we could have something that, like, not only converts the gases in the car, but the gases out around and outside the car to, like, oxygen or something better than CO2. Yeah, that would be helpful.
That'd be cool. I remember hydrogen cars,
right,
coming out, and the thing that would come out of the exhaust would be water.
Right.
Which is, like, I don't know where. I think it's just hard to have, like, hydrogen. Everything's compressed.
Yeah.
You know, everything, like, it would take a little more education to have everybody safe when they're, like, clipping their goddamn, like, hydrogen pumps.
Right.
And, like, if you don't have a good connection, it explodes on you because it's, you know, it has just like it's airtight. What's the word for it? It's
Under
not,
pressure.
So I guess it's just under pressure.
Yeah.
And it loses pressure and explodes. Like you just can't have that kind of shit. And so, and I think it was just hard to collect like a lot of hydrogen for fuel. And so
I could see that.
I don't know, man. I wonder what the future holds for that.
Holds.
Yeah. Oh man, you have more of this guy?
No. It's a PCC 69. Oh, did I not make it public?
Make it public right now. Do it
Fucking
public right
shit.
now.
I'll do it right now.
I'll check the other. I'll check our chat. Is that the backpack? Yeah, it's not. I'm not the backpack kid. I'm not the backpack kid. Sorry.
My God.
We got
I love how my
likes.
phone's not loading.
Hey guys, hey current viewers, how you doing? We're doing so good, you know what I'm saying? We're about to end on 2 hours, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, YouTube. Just load, please. There it is. There we go.
Man.
It's loading.
I hope you guys like the setup. We got a little more viewers than last time, which is awesome. And like, you know,
There it is.
we only got 23 concurrent viewers. Like, what are you doing, guys? Like, why don't you stay around a little longer? That's funny. We start talking about gas.
All right.
People were like,
Should be
nope. Get out of here. You talking about gasoline? Like, get the
Saving
fuck
the
out of here.
environment?
Saving the environment?
What are
This
you,
shit's so
Jaden
boring.
Smith?
All right. You got your
It
thing
is
ready?
public.
All right. I'm reloading. We're going to do PC 69. It's not public.
It is public. It's probably down there.
All right.
I promise.
I promise, man. I promise. It's just right there. It's just not right there. It's just...
It was down for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. What the fuck? Come on, internet. Come on,
All
internet.
right, we're going to get a playlist, and then we're going to go out of that, and then back to yours. Okay.
It's right, for me, it's right underneath 21. PCC 21. It says public.
Just like... Can you send me a link somehow?
Yeah, how would I do that? What's the
Send
best
me a
option?
link. Send me a link. Send me a
How do
link.
you want me to send it to you?
Through my email, I
Through your email.
guess. I guess. Are you sure it's public? Like,
Yeah,
you're
for sure.
You're fucking positive. You're fucking positive it's... I mean, you don't have to send it to me. I just need to be able to pull it up.
Yeah, I
you
understand
know?
what you're saying. Maybe I'll put it in the chat.
Oh, that'd be
Is that
good.
cool?
Yeah. Put the URL in the chat. That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
Bam! It's
It's
in
in
there.
YouTube.
So if you guys want to watch some of the content that we'll be reacting to, it is here.
No. We're watching it.
We're watching it live.
Oh God,
Yeah, I
you
got
got some
some
scary
shit,
shit.
dude.
So which one do you start on?
Let's start on the second one. from
This
the top.
one. This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is some cringe shit. I know we've all had some cringe conversations
I just went
before.
to go see a show, and I've been to the theater before, and like I didn't really have any problems. But I walked in, and they immediately were like, they stopped me, and they wouldn't let me go in. And I was like, what? And they were like, sorry, ma'am, we don't have handicapped seating. And I was like, what? Like, I'm not handicapped. And they're like, great googly moogly, good heavens, that ass is too fat to sit in our chairs. And I was like, oh my gosh, no. Oh, because this has like happened at other theaters before,
cringing
right?
yet?
And like, you know, it's like crazy. And they were just like, yeah, like we can't have you sit in our chairs because they're gonna break and you might fall through the floor. I was like, oh no. And like, I'm just really tired. Like, I wanted to spread awareness about this issue because like this is like kind
Have you
of
had
been
some
happening
bullshit
recently to
conversations
me,
like
and,
this?
It's really gotten to a point where I can't deal with it anymore. Like my fat, juicy, voluptuous booty cheeks, like just can't.
People love to hype themselves up. You know what I'm saying?
That shit's
Dude,
crazy.
I love to hype myself up too. To be honest, like, but like sometimes people just drink their own Kool-Aid. You know, people drink their own Kool-Aid. And sometimes I'm gonna let my cat in. Sometimes people get one compliment from an okay looking person and they run with it. God, I love when people run with it because it's like, hey, are you not cool?
Just wait till you see the next one. It's gonna be insane. Just wait, dude.
Come on.
Welcome.
Okay.
Welcome, Ruby. Ruby has entered the building.
Ruby Casanova.
I think it would just be a scroll up.
Yeah, but I just wanted to make sure, you know. Okay, we're okay.
Yes, sir.
I hope I paused it.
Damn, I should have got the other one too. I should have got the other one. Is it on
their channel?
It is, but it's not worth their time.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm born ready.
Man, I hate the Eminem album too. Fucking.
What the heck? What the heck? What the heck?
Do I have to watch this?
Yes, you have to suffer through the cringe.
Guys, he's making us suffer through the cringe. Why?
Oh, God.
Man, I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't do it either.
I can't do it. But I understand. That is super true, though, that, like, people really do get, like, fucking so hung up about, like...
Some bullshit.
Some nonsense. Like, you know?
Have you seen the fucking Gen X stand-up shit?
No, what's that mean?
You should probably look it up on YouTube. Gen X stand-up. Bro, that shit is crazy. That shit is so crazy, dude. I don't know if they're trolling. It's like this. Like, she just gets... Obviously, this...
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Well, how am I supposed to find this? Like,
it should have been, like, recent. It's supposed to be... I guess there's a comedy show called Gen X Stand-Up. But it's just based off of Eminem's song. He has a bar where he's like, Gen X, rise up. Maybe you should say rise up.
Rise up?
Eminem. Maybe that'll... Yeah.
Okay. Am I supposed to put, like...
I think you're getting where I'm laying down. I think he's getting what I'm laying down.
Oh, what am I supposed to find though? Like, you know what I mean?
I think that might be it.
This is a good one.
I think it should be.
It should be.
Hopefully, there's no reaction.
It's got 8 likes, dude. It's got 8 likes. I can't.
I want to see him doing his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I want to see his TikTok, not someone fucking a fit. Go to shorts. I'm sure you can find one.
Just don't like this.
So you obviously saw that filter. So they have like a filter they're putting on their face.
Yeah. Is this a good one? This is a good
one. I don't think so. Keep going. Let's see.
Just not finding the video that you want, you know?
Damn.
It's just not happening.
Everywhere. How can we not find it on YouTube?
Because YouTube has really been... YouTube's been weird recently, and their searches have been really fucking spotty.
Okay, you know what we're gonna have to do? Yes. Nah, I won't hit it. That's AI. Fuck.
Yeah, it's the same face.
Let's go to. Let's search that again and just click the first video. I think that would be it. It's a reaction.
This video?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Just so we can get the grasp. We don't need to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, we'll have to get out of that. So,
I don't want to explain it too much.
I understand.
Like that takes away from it.
It does take it away from it. And I understand that. Yeah, I have you listened to Eminem's recent album?
I have not. I haven't been listening to Eminem for real.
Have you ever listened to Eminem?
I have, but I feel like it's just not the same anymore.
No.
Like, I feel like his bars were hard as fuck back in the day. I fucking loved it. I still do enjoy it.
Yeah, sure.
But like,
it's just not hitting the same.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like forced now by him.
Yeah.
He kind of forces it.
And I feel like he's trying to be who he was back in the day. But it's like, no, dude, you should just like let yourself be you. Yeah, you don't have to be like, you don't have to attach yourself to like who you were 20 years ago. You really don't. You can just evolve. Just let yourself be yourself. Like, I just feel like, I remember saying this when Kendrick and Drake were beefing, but I feel like Kendrick's doing the same route where he's changing his flow and he's like changing how he raps. and it's like kind of feeling like Eminem's change. And
like,
so
you feel like he's trying to go back to how he was before.
He's just trying to be somebody different, or he's like trying to just like age well, but he's not aging well, you know.
We gotta see the Gen X. Yeah, right there, right there.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a couple clips.
Okay.
Is this Gen X rise? What does this consist of? Well, mostly something that looks like this.
Gen X rise.
I saw this video. I was like, "There's no way he's doing the Wakanda Wakanda forever."
I mean, this is just nonsense,
Yeah,
though, right? This is just nonsense.
They're being
like how we
so
have to-
serious about it, though. Like, the adults are like actually feeling like they're empowered by like Eminem's fucking album and shit.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's funny. The only time we can find these videos is when a gay guy's reacting to them. And that's not YouTube. Like, come on, dude.
Jesus
You
Christ.
uncomfortable with that? You wanted me to mute the mics for you to be able to say
You
the
should have
word.
said LGBTQ plus, man. Like, come on, man.
Get out of
X is
here.
activated. Why are they? What happened? And then the millennials and the Gen Z are like, "Oh, they're so cringy." But why are they active?
Why are they acting so cringy?
All right, I'm done. I didn't. You know, you took me down a rabbit hole I didn't
did.
approve of. I didn't approve of this rabbit hole.
Took you down
And so-
downstream. You know what I'm saying?
You really did. You really did. Oh, I still don't have. I need. Damn it.
It's on the live.
I deleted it.
Oh no.
You know. All right. What time is it?
25.
Okay, we're gonna end soon, but like we gotta figure out. Okay, what else do you want to watch?
All right, one more cringe.
One more cringe, which is
that one right there.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
They're
a lot
all
of
cringe.
shit. Yeah, let's be real. Let's be fucking real.
Do you want to get through this whole thing then?
Hi
We
there.
could try.
Okay.
My name's Charmander. And
Oh, damn.
I recently learned a new trick. Well, I can turn myself into a wolf.
This reminds me of the
show you?
fucking dunk video that we watched.
Yay!
Jesus Christ.
Okay, bear with me here. Or should I say, wolf with me here.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, 1 second.
He's really terrifying.
Hi there.
Speed fucking dunk. Yeah.
Man, that was like
Most cancer shit ever, dude. Jesus.
I've never seen a mind virus like this before. This is such a I just
fucking brain
watched
rot.
this video like creep into my soul. That was fucking comedy, dude. That was really fucking How do you find this
Dude, this
nonsense?
fucking comes up. Dude, I have so much worse shit.
Okay, this was.
So
can I
cringe.
tell you? High five, dude. That was.
Let's go.
That was
let's
a
go.
tremendous
Bangers,
one.
Bangers.
That made me cry. That was so fucking funny, dude.
They definitely were
Oh
roasting
my
his ass.
god, that was so funny. It's like he self-roasted himself, though.
He did,
you know?
for real,
And
yeah.
He really self-roasted himself.
Charmander. Don't.
Is this the next video you want to watch too?
Sure.
All right.
Every single person that I went to school with is not
Super
using the
interesting
degrees
shit.
that they paid for.
What did you go to
What
college
they
for?
actually, journalism.
Isn't that what you're doing right now?
What do you mean?
Like journalism
Oh,
stuff?
You probably don't know my backstory. So because
You know this politician lady?
You
if she's a
probably don't know
politician.
my backstory. Like that's so conceited. All right, all right.
my family was poor, I had to take out loans to go to school. My mom didn't even graduate high school. So
Wait, why? If your family's poor, why would you have to take out loans to go to school?
That's a good question, actually.
I just told you.
If your family's poor, why would you have to take out loans to go to school?
Yeah.
Why would I have to take out loans to go to school?
All right, I know what.
What do you mean?
I know what direction he's going.
I have to take out loans my family can't afford to pay to put me through school.
Hold on. Was your family actually poor or did you just lie?
What are you talking about?
If you go to school and your family has a low gross income, you fill out the FAFSA. And the FAFSA is going to award you a ton of federal aid, assuming that you don't actually have the gross income from your parents to actually go to school. So if your parents are super poor, I don't know why you had to pay full out-of-state tuition to go to a university.
I did. Do you think? What do you mean? Did I lie?
Man, he really got her ass. That's so true.
I'm not gonna lie. You might think that, but FAFSA does not give you shit.
Yeah,
FAFSA will cover you for like 1 semester.
Okay, but you're telling me that you don't get any poor people's scholarships? Come on, man.
I think she had scholarships.
Okay.
I'm surprised that she said that she had to take out a loan, honestly.
Yeah.
But
is this a white woman who's trying to be ethnic?
A white woman that's trying to... You mean... No, she's black.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Who is this woman?
I don't know, but I just saw this, and I was like, damn.
She's been politics?
I think she's in politics. Or she talks about it a lot. I feel like she's like the black lady Ben Shapiro.
Okay, all right.
I feel like she probably has a lot of the same values as Ben Shapiro.
Cool. Okay.
But I was like, damn, I feel that way. Like, just because I have fast foot.
Yeah.
And back when I started school, my parents were making crazy amounts of money. You know, 4 kids. Like, sure, they might make like middle class money, but when you have 4 kids and you're separating your wealth, some kids get left out, like me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So going to school sucks. No scholarships or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the FAFSA, and then the FAFSA, it's like covers the semester. Then I have to like work, hella hard just to pay for like the next semester,
right?
Within the year,
and you don't take out loans,
right?
Yeah,
I'm taking out loans,
yeah.
But if I did take out loans, then I wouldn't have to work. But like, who's gonna approve me of a fucking loan?
Right.
And this is where I say, Kamala Harris, you need to increase the amount of money that you're giving to kids for FAFSA to cover the whole year. That'd be crazy.
FAFSA's state, though.
Is it state?
Yeah, it's state. It's state funded.
Damn, we need a government loan.
You need a government like funding for schools or kids who go to school.
For sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just give us like 5 bands or some shit like a year for all can go to school.
5 bands would be really nice, actually. That would be really nice. You could almost, you could do a lot with.
So
5.
you got 5. Yeah, like I'm gonna say like about 5 bands for your first semester, and you get another 5 bands next one from the government.
Now you're talking some serious money.
That's 10 bands a year.
Yeah, and then no summer money.
No summer money. You're gonna have
feel
to
like
work for that.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah,
that's pretty fair. But what we just talked about was an impossibility.
Yes.
Yes. That's such an impossibility. Maybe I was quick to judge, and I judged like.
That's how it is with a lot of shit, though. Like.
Yeah, I was quick to judge. Like, maybe she has a fantastic point, and maybe he does not have a fantastic point. Maybe I
saw another clip of him, and he was just like, he just seemed like a dumbass to me.
Does
I'm
he?
not gonna lie.
Okay.
Like, I feel like she kind of walked all over him in this, but I have seen some
fair.
videos where she says some crazy shit too, and I'm like, what the fuck are you saying right now?
Sure. Yeah, I could see that. Okay. So it's,
and then you also have to know like the context of the conversation, of course.
Absolutely.
Can't get out of it short.
You can't get a full context, and you also can't figure like this minute could have taken 20 minutes to actually have a full length conversation about all the variabilities of what it is to be, like a non-wealthy person going into, I don't even know how to put it, but like, okay,
what
where do you want?
videos would I have?
Jesus Christ.
Let's watch that one.
This one?
Yeah.
This one seems
and then could
really
we
good.
Watch a minute of Penguin's video after that one?
Yeah, sure.
And then I think that could be a good end.
Okay. The Jonas
hey guys,
Brothers.
I'm in the Florida Everglades.
Nice.
Check out this yellow rat snake I found. Yoink.
I remember that guy, yeah. The yoink
He's like
guy.
But it's okay, it didn't hurt much.
Making fun of that
Look at
guy.
this swamp puppy tried to hide from me. Yoink. He tried to act all tough, but I know he's a sweetheart. Boop. Oh, see? Now tell me where the 500-pound wild bro is. Now watch me use my feet to attract the swamp puppy. Oh, don't go.
Man.
Wow, check out
I can't believe they did it.
I know.
Ouch.
You know how many snakes are actually in that water?
Check out this
Probably a
gecko.
shit ton.
I'm not even alone, because the family's usually nearby. See, little guy? Ooh, I found a rare native chameleon. Yoink. This guy wasn't too happy with me, but who can't love a face like that? Ooh, check out this big wild bro. Not quite 500 pounds yet. They tried to intimidate me, but I know what to do. Yoink. Now tell me where the 500-pound wild bro is.
You know.
Hey guys.
You remember that?
I hate to be this person, but it was kind of sus at the end, though.
It was kind of sus for sure.
I wouldn't mind. But that was funny, though. I mean, like, they really went for it, you know?
Yeah.
They really went for it. And like, you know.
That one guy's wilding, though, you know, picking up all the snakes and the chameleons and the gators.
That guy.
He's just like, yoink, yoink.
That
like,
guy
bro,
had
what?
the balls of steel. He had more balls than all of those guys in that video combined.
For sure. Like,
dude,
what are you doing?
That man was fucking unbelievable. Just to be tapping his toe in the water and you see the gators
coming up,
killer eyes just come upon you.
Shit's crazy.
Fuck.
He'll pick up a fucking something poisonous. He's like, it's a bite. It's
And
super poisonous.
He's fucking
Yoink.
so giddy. He's got a catchphrase. This motherfucker's so giddy. He's got a catchphrase.
Shit's insane.
Yeah, yeah. I liked that. I enjoyed that actually. Thank you for that.
And then last video,
which where
it's
is
not here, but
okay,
you would have to go to Penguin's channel.
That's fine.
And then I know where it is on the red bar. I don't know the minute.
That's fine. You're fine.
It's called the Penguin Z0 situation. I hope he still has it out. It's one of his videos.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy going on with him, right?
Yeah, right there. 24 minutes. I think it's about, I want to say 17 minutes in.
Okay.
It's just super interesting to see like a humble moment from this guy.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice to see a humble. Well, it's nice to see humble moments from all people, you know. And I try to be, even on these like streams, I try to be my most humble version of myself. You know, the most gracious to you guys, audience. Thank you guys for watching us. You know, like without you guys, we would be nothing. And it's like, you know, you make mistakes, I make mistakes. I can't speak perfectly all the time. Right. Sometimes my natural opinion may offend people, and that's unfortunate. I'm not going to be apologetic, but I will have some humility that maybe I am not correct, but I'm not here to apologize for not being correct. I'm a fucking human, fallible, as all human beings are fallible. And so it's like people get so fucking upset and just get their little, you know, they just get their little feelings hurt, and it's like, it's just, can we chill out, you know? Can we chill out? Can we chill out?
I love a chill nation.
I love a chill nation too. So at 17, you want?
Yeah, I will explain the situation just a little bit, a little brief. So apparently he quit his podcast, or he's stepping down from his podcast.
Oh, yeah, the op. That's awesome. No offense, guys, but like we've been trying to get the op as like our acronym.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. He's the official podcast. Yeah.
I see. Yeah. So he stepped down from his podcast, and he like did a tweet about it, and everyone, like all the people on his podcast, were saying like, yeah, he's quitting that, and then people on the internet were like speculating that he's like quitting the internet, and they're like, he's quitting on us. He's not making any more videos, and then he like makes a video, and then they're like, oh, you lied, and he's like, what the fuck, guys, come on.
So this is where you want to start?
Yeah, and then he kind of like goes off on a rant about the internet and how it was like a safe space for him. And back in the day when he first started, now it like changed.
Okay.
And he's like, low-key not fucking fit.
Okay.
Hiccup. Not fucking fit.
Okay.
Of learning about it. And when it comes to transitioning, it's still a process where you talk to your family about it, you learn about it. Like
18.
Between base, it really wasn't a good argument to try and make in the. I didn't go in here expecting a debate, so I had nothing prepared here for this inundation.
He really seems like
right
after
the worst debate.
And he was also discussing like the Sneeko situation and the Mr. Beast situation.
That I and most people were wrong about Sneeko's perspective on the age of consent. However, unfortunately, it doesn't appear to be the case. He was very adamant about this position.
I think right after this,
and I did a terrible job. I've talked about this a lot. I've always treated my channel kind of like a diary for myself, which is why I just talk about so much different nonsense and so many things that I know a lot of people don't give a fuck about, but some of it's fun for me to talk about, or some of it's just things I care about. So being totally honest, I used to treat the internet as an escape from my dog shit real life. Truly unhappy, really hated most of everything about myself, and the internet was my escape from it. But now it's really become that real life is the escapism for me now. Like, I love posting and creating things, but I don't like interacting with the internet around me anymore. And it's something that I started to realize a couple months ago, and I've talked about it on stream a little bit, how because I've covered so many like drama stories and everything, it's pretty much all that I ever get told about when I'm streaming, and it's become such a massive headache, and it's just constant negativity that I'm fully flooded with, like at all hours. Like I am in like this human centipede of eating someone's ass while having my ass eaten with even more things that I'm being demanded to like talk about, where everything just feels like a lose-lose, and it has been for like the last 6 or 8 months, I feel, where if I talk about something, it's a problem. Even if something is cut and dry as like Cody Ko having sex with a 17-year-old being bad, I caught a lot of shit for that too. I'm sure a lot of people probably didn't see that, but man, the amount of emails I got and a lot of the things I was seeing, even something as cut and dry as that was an issue when I talked about it. And then if I don't talk about something, or if I don't talk about something fast enough in the time that some people think is appropriate, I'm then accused of covering up for something for an ulterior evil motive. So it just really feels like,
man,
isn't that shit crazy?
This is why I'm so gun-ho on not, like, no offense guys, but just not having my emotions attached to our commenters. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why eventually, if we would ever to be blessed to be in his position of production, in his position of popularity on the internet, I would love to not even think about what external forces act upon us.
Right.
You know, on the internet, I shouldn't even care. I should just live in a bliss. You know, live in ignorance. And you know what I mean? And like maybe we'll have like a guy who like, or you know, I say guy, maybe we'll have a person who's like featuring, they're gonna do a guest spot on our podcast. Great. And like they'll bring these concerns of, you know, they witness the internet, you know, turning on us or whatever bullshit it is. But like, if it's not coming out of a human being's mouth right in front of me, should I really even worry about it?
Right.
And I would say no.
Yeah.
No. You're having too many internal forces in your mind. Like it's just like
it's fucked.
It's fucked, dude. Wait,
I feel bad, you know?
You know? These things are not natural. These things are new to us as human beings. And so for us to have like our emotions tied to this thing is problematic. You shouldn't have your emotions tied to your cell phone or any technology, you know? Like that's a new thing that's like changing our brains.
Sure.
So it's like
the only thing that's attached to my emotions that's technology is my Pokemon.
Yeah.
You touch my Typhlosion, it's wraps.
Yeah.
Spin the block.
Yeah. I'd say my emotions, I used to be really attached to sports. Like if my sports team lost, I'd be really upset. You know, if the Bengals lost, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sad. Like, you know, it'd have it affect my emotions. But now it's like, I'm just trying to limit the things that affect my emotions, you know? Like, if I get a flat tire, of course I'm going to be like, that sucks.
Butthurt.
I'm going to be butthurt, and I'm going to go through, like, you know, the natural, like, ups and downs of the waves of emotion. But, like, that should be normal, right? But, like, if we get a bad comment on the Oruga podcast of, like, you guys are fucking losers.
Which is
like,
every day.
Every fucking day we get that shit. Every day it's like, the internet's like, you're a loser, and you should go fucking destroy all of your, like, podcast stuff and just die. And it's like...
Jesus Christ, what calmed up your ass and went around the corner? God,
I know, like, who screamed at you before you...
came on
before
YouTube.
You typed that little comment? It's like, dude, just like, I can't have my emotions attached to the Matrix,
right?
You know,
the fucking Matrix.
I can't have my emotions attached to the Matrix. I'd like to be like, I would like to have a restful soul, you know,
sure.
like not a restless.
There is a statement that he says in like a minute, hopefully.
Should I keep playing it?
Yeah, it was like crazy.
A rock and a hard
just about
place
his
where,
opinions.
regardless, it's just going to be a massive flood of negativity. And a huge critique of me that I've always seen is Charlie's a fence sitter. He's just a fucking fence-sitting, enlightened centrist cuck, this and that. And I've always said for the entire time I've been on the internet, I'm not special. I'm literally just a normal guy who got very lucky. I just sit here, joke about shit, talk about my opinion on things, and nothing else. I don't have a unique perspective on things. I don't have deep insight into the vicissitudes of certain things. I am literally just a guy who yaps, has some fun, talks about shit, does some wacky stuff as well, and that's it. It's just not that deep. But because everything is so inflammatory and charged online, it's being perceived in the last 2 years, it's really popped off as me making deliberate attempts to appease both sides and play right down the middle to soak up as much as possible. Like it's all this like nefarious scheme where I'm doing this with my hands. And I just don't understand how it's become so incendiary where that's apparently like a really bad thing now. My opinion is not special, and my opinion isn't one that's pandering to any sides or catering to anything. It's literally just whatever's up here. I sit down for like 30 to 45 minutes on like a topic or like a video that I'm joking around about, and I talk about it. I am legitimately just an average, well, below average height guy who's about to turn 30. I'm not just spitting hot takes out the wazoo. Right.
I would love to be in his spot at 30. I gotta be honest.
That's
like,
all this channel ever has been.
Can I pause it?
Yeah,
now
I think that's good.
I'm good, dude. Yeah,
that's super interesting though that he understands his like
his position.
Not, yeah,
in the
he's
world?
like not super egotistical or anything. Like Andrew Tate, I am the elite alpha male. No, he understands that. Like, no, you're just another guy.
You're just another guy. Yeah, and it's. You know, I like, that's why I think Penguin, if he sat right here, it would be fine. We would have a decent conversation. He'll be able to go into depth about his, like, you know,
opinions or whatnot.
That's why when we get to this position, I hope that I could go into such elaborate, like, monologues about my opinion like he can. He has such an ability to speak. Not saying that he's special. I'm just saying that, like, you know, when you do that shit for 10 years,
right,
you got the ability to speak on camera and you're comfortable, you know, like, and I mean, that if anything, he's got that skill.
Right.
He's got the ability to speak on camera and speak honestly and speak his mind. And, you know, that would be the impressive thing to, like, you know, and I think he'd be cool. I think he would be a really cool guy to, like, you know, have a chat with. And so,
I feel that.
Yeah, I always like Charlie. I'm not here to be like, I'm not a fan of anybody, you know? I'm like, too. I'm starting not to be
You're
a fan of,
like, praise anyone. You don't know what they're doing.
He's just a human being. Yeah, he's just like a human being like me and you. And, like, I'm sure he does his stupid shit. And I'm sure he does, like, some smart shit here and there. And he is doing well.
Yeah. For
an almost 30-year-old man, you know? He might not look so good. I'm just kidding.
That's fucked up. He looks like fucking Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. You know, okay, let's end it soon. But, like, here's the last thing I'm gonna end it on is that my girlfriend's really into Fast and Furious.
I see.
And so I watched one of the movies the other day, and I think that I'm trying to incorporate Vin Diesel's stare, where it's like,
what the?
It's his. That's Vin Diesel's stare, bro. He's like, it's really cool. I like it a lot. You know, like I'm a big fan of his stare, and like the chat's gonna roast me for this, but the first movie of the Fast and Furious I watched was Fast and Furious 7 because it was on Peacock, I think, or maybe it's on Max. I don't remember. But it's a movie that like Paul Walker dies afterwards, and so like they do like the montage for him, and it's the movie where Vin Diesel's like, in a street fight, street always wins, and he like steps on the ground and like do you remember watching that on the podcast? It was on the podcast. Yeah, we watched it on the podcast.
Man, I don't remember.
It was just it was like a video that like is like the end of the movie where Vin Diesel like stomps the ground after that phrase, and that British actor, I forget what he's like in Transporters, and I forget what his name is, but he like falls from Vin Diesel stomping on the ground, and it's very funny. It's super funny in the movie. Like when you watch it as like a movie, it makes total sense. But when you clip it out and you just watch that part of the movie, it's hilariously ridiculous. And yeah, I'm trying to incorporate my Vin Diesel stare.
Someone help me.
Kahaya.
Someone help me.
Kahaya, it's good seeing you, and I think you're a respectable man, and you're my family,
Oh my God! Someone please save me! Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
It's literally
informative. I am informative.
That's literally how Vin Diesel talks in the movies. It's just like, it's just me familia. I can't speak Spanish, but. What, you got a chat, guy?
Christ. No, we're not reading that chat.
What, let me hear.
Oh,
let me
no,
see.
we're not
Let me
reading
just
that
let me
chat.
just read
No,
it. Let me just
no.
read it. Let me just read
Some
it.
dumbass shit.
Have you? And like, wait, he subscribed before
he subscribed.
He
before
subscribed.
chat. You know, that's one of our boys. That is one of our boys.
All right, we're gonna end it there, guys.
I think that's a great place to end
it's
it.
a great place to end it. All right, you got any other statements before we end it?
No, sir. Be good. Be great. America.
Okay. Goodbye.